electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's happening for the Black Friday sales event?
We have the best savings yet on new 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, starting at only $34,995 with up to $12,500 off MSRP. Or save thousands with $5,250 off MSRP and 0% financing for 72 months.
And did I hear you got the Hemi back?
Yep, we have 450 new Rams available, including the 5.7-liter Hemi, and we have 40 Hemis in stock. Plus, with our award-winning customer service, you won't find a better combination of selection, service, and savings than at Hoblet Dodge.
Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$12,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 after $7,250 factory rebates and $5,250 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash, $500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. $34,995 net price after rebates. VIN number 170493. 0% financing for well-qualified buyers on approved credit through Stellantis Financial. Must have 720 plus FICO score. $13.89 per thousand borrowed. See dealer for details.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit khdk.com. Listen to the 49ers Red Zone Report daily, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sactown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SactownSports.com and the Sactown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sactown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys.
It's Friday! Hope you're having a great Friday. I know last night was very tough for Kings fans, and I know it was really hard to watch. People like to say unacceptable. I mean, what are you going to do? We have to accept it. So, Jay, that said, I don't know about you. It's Jay and Whitey today. I understand that was just awful. That you'd have a hard time coming up with many games in which the Kings played worse. But I'm a little surprised by how surprised people are by that. I mean, to me, nothing really changed last night. It was just kind of a continuation of what we've been seeing. And again, I'm not sugarcoating anything or making excuses, but some people were like, oh my goodness, I had no idea it was that bad. And I was feeling like that's kind of the way it's been trending. That just was my reaction to it.
I like where you went with that. Mm-hmm. It's I think you're surprised by how many people are surprised.
Yes, shocked by what we saw. It was bad, but I'm surprised that people are so surprised. I feel like maybe you're just a fan and you're being hopeful, or maybe you weren't really paying attention to how bad they've been at times.
Do you believe it was because of the competition? Because of you took it by face value, meaning it was Memphis, and Memphis is down in the dumps, and then you throw out there no Ja Morant, no Triple J.
Yeah, probably.
Et cetera.
And I know I said yesterday, I said, the Kings will win, and I thought they would win.
Yeah, I did too.
Then I watched it, and I was like, ooh, okay, they're not going to win. I feel like, Jay, I mentioned this a little bit ago. feel like sometimes over the years and maybe this offseason, the Kings put a team together. It's like, hey, this is pretty good. And we got this, And they don't look at what the rest of the league is doing. So you put your team together and you think you got this and that. And then you play other teams. And even the teams that are lesser teams, they're longer and they're younger. And it's like they're playing the way you said you were going to play. Other teams, the Hawks are a great example. They're a pretty good team.
Yeah, they are.
But they're playing the way you said you wanted to play. Not only are they playing that way, they put together their roster to play that way, which you did not do.
Younger, more athletic, which are some of the adjectives you just hate to use because they're easy. They're, low-hanging fruit. Athletic, they play fast.
Yeah.
They're young, as you talked about. And the other part about that is I love my wingspan, and you use long as the word you use for description. The other part about it is they play with a little gumption. They play with a little heart. They play with a little pace. They play with some urgency. And we haven't seen that with the Sacramento Kings at all for the most part this season. Quarters, maybe a half, maybe 36 minutes, maybe even 40. But a full game, absolutely not.
I think Alan made this point. I think it's a great point. One of the reasons there is a disconnect between a lot of fans and the team right now is because there's a lot of this team that is not in any way really connected to Sacramento. In the past, Kings fans embrace guys, even the bad teams, like, yeah, that guy's, well, he's one of ours. He's been here a while. And I think it's a combination of things. The way they brought people in, they never quite fit. They haven't been here long. But you've got a lot of these veterans, and it's nothing against them, Jay, but they just don't feel like they're part of anything Sacramentan. They don't have a connection here. Maybe the young guys who will be here longer, maybe we will develop that kind of connection with them. But it also feels like, this isn't really Sacramento's team.
That's interesting because I think more now than ever, White, and maybe it's, I'm trying not to be detoured by people around me, social network, the media, friends, conversations, people from outside, Sacramento market who are asking about what in the hell is really going on with the Sacramento Kings. And they're looking for some answers from me. And just like the team and the organization, I don't have them right now. But it is interesting because I think maybe over the last 72 hours, I've started to see fans say, these players, some of these guys, unlike any other time for the most part I can remember with the Sacramento Kings where, they're not part of us.
Yeah.
They're not showing that Sacramento grit. They're not, the workmanship of Sacramento. They're not showcasing that throughout the league. And if nothing else, as fans, as part of the kingdom, we show up and we show out, even with the product on the basketball court, on the floor, not being what it should be. Nah, we're not cool with that, and we're actually disowning this team. That's interesting.
Yes. And like I said, I don't think it's the fault of some of the players who just got here. You just get here, and then things are already coming apart, like you're tearing the team apart. I just got here. So I understand how veteran players would look at that and maybe feel like, yeah, okay. It would be hard to feel that commitment. The other thing, the talk about, whoa, they got to get rid of the coach. I guess I understand that fans are going to fan, but it's right now, it just doesn't make any sense. I think if if you're angry, you're going to lash out, you're looking for answers. I understand all that. But I mean, to think that, well, if they had a different coach, they'd have won more games, you got to be bleeping me, Jay.
Yeah.
You could have Red Auerbach in his prime.
Yep.
Pop in his prime.
Yep.
Eric Spoelstra right now.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to be able to win a lot more games with this team right now.
I'm with you.
And so there's a long list of issues for this team. The coach, if he's on the list, let's face it, there are still some questions about him because he hasn't done it long.
Sure.
But if he's on the list, he's on like page 8 or 9.
Yeah. Well, you said it. And this is the thing. And this is the one thing, we've consistently said over a very long period of time is man, fan how you want to fan. Right? There's no reason that you can't fan how you want to.
Right.
But the spin of that becomes this. There are realities to every single thing. And the fact of the matter is coming into this season, those fans who believe this team was a 40-win team, 45-win team, TC said 52-win team at one point in time, I believe. If you thought this team had any opportunity to make the postseason, you were fooling yourselves. Now, playing, we could have a conversation. But I think where fans are having problems, and this is why they're starting to point fingers, and please, 916-339-1140, call it as you see it. Fan how you want to fan. Let me and Whitey know today how you feel about it as we head into a Thanksgiving holiday next week. It's the way, and this kind of coincides with the same thing we were just talking about, they kind of connect. It's like Legos. The fact that you guys aren't even showcasing the Sacramento heart, the passion that fans consistently have showcased over the 41 years here in Sacramento has now made them, not content in the fact of claiming you, but also it's the way they're losing. We all know the schedule was brutal. It's right there in our face. OKC 3 times, Denver, Minnesota, the Warriors, Lakers, just so many, hills that they had to climb. But the point of it becomes this. I just don't know if any fan, or for the most part, a lot of fans see that this team is playing with any heart, any passion, the same adjectives, the same description that we were talking about with the Hawks. And that's why I believe you're seeing so many, well, it's on Coach Bobby Jackson and Coach Mike Woodson is, like all these different things that all these conversations are pertaining to is really this team wasn't going to be good from the jump.
Right.
And nothing really was done for the most part this offseason. And really the big fish that was got this offseason was Nick Clifford. And if you believed it was Dennis Schroeder, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
But you fooled yourself.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm concerned about when it comes to Coach Christie, I don't think anything's going to happen to him this year. But if something were to happen, I just don't want him to be seen as, a scapegoat. I don't want him to get blamed for the shortcomings of the front office and the ownership. They're really the ones who have put us in this predicament, especially ownership. Front office has only been in place a short time. We can quibble about what they've done to this point, but you do have to give them some time. Last night was so awful, and people reacted to it so strongly that I, like a lot of people, started to wonder, maybe you wondered too, well, they wouldn't get rid of the coach, would they? Doesn't look like they're going to. But, Jay, my fear has been that at some point it still could happen, whether it's the end of this year.
Right.
I don't want Coach Christie to be blamed, to be a scapegoat for ownership's shortcomings and lack of vision here. Well, that's why I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, it's going to be that. It's going to be that.
Well, I mean, typically it is with coaches,
of course.
It? Yeah.
It's the natural progression of why a team is bad, right? And I said it yesterday. And 916, I am talking about it. It's this. Players have to take some blame too.
Mm-hmm.
We've gotten away with that in sports where the first person to always go is either the coach and or a coordinator. Here, they have coordinators in basketball too. They just don't call them that.
Right.
And then the general manager, more times than not, and then the player. And it's because the player makes so much money. That's the hierarchy. Totally understand. That's the way sports is. But there has to be something, as Drapes always talks about the blame game, the pie, right? The blame pie.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a percentage of players have to come out and do things. So, they have to be blamed. They're not the only one, though. And this is the thing, and this is I'm answering the 916 number, is this. It's the players. It's coaching. It's the front office. You know what all that equals up to? The organization.
Right.
Everyone has a percentage.
One you left out, in my opinion, is ownership.
Ownership. Well, that's the organization, I guess, is what you call it. Yeah.
Right.
But that's the point of it. It's not one. See, and that's what you're getting to, and I hear you, because that's what you hear is when things go wrong in any situation, we're always looking for the blame. What is the root of why this is going wrong, right? And it's just natural. It's organic. It's human nature.
It is. It's part of being a fan.
And it's been that way in sports for so long that more times than not, the coach is the first one to go. And or depending on if the coach is new and the general manager's been there, normally it's one of those two, or like I said, it's an assistant coach.
Yeah, Dwayne Baker, I'm sure he speaks for many when he says it's beyond anger, it's apathy. Ooh, that's bad for the Kings. Dwayne Baker, if that's really where we're headed, and I understand where you're headed, he bought Sharks Ticks says he's not going to any more Kings games. That's bad for the organization, the Kings organization, if people start feeling that way. What's in it for fans from here? Those who decide, I want to see how this goes. Trades, who's in, who's out. I think that's going to be very interesting once we get to that point, assuming we do, until and unless the Kings make trades where people go, what is that? But that'll be interesting. I'm just looking here, Jay, at what's in it for us the rest of the way. For those who decide
this year,
yeah, I'm still in.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm in with Stretchy being Slate.
Yes, sir.
I'm in the rest of the way here.
Absolutely.
So trades could be very interesting. People love trades. We'll see what they do. Secondly is the young players, like last night, watching Max Reynaud. Hopefully we'll get to see more Nick Clifford, especially if it continues this way. They've got to start playing the young players more. If they stay down this road, that's got to happen at some point. And then thirdly, Jay, just totally embrace the lottery watch. Who else lost? It's like scoreboard watching upside down.
Opposite, yeah.
Who else lost? Where are we now? Who's playing this weekend that I can watch? Which of the top prospects are on TV?
Yeah.
I'm not saying, it's fine. I'm just saying that's all you got here.
You need something to look forward to.
Yes. And, like we say, fan how you want to fan, but, Jay, don't make, not you, but anybody, all of us, don't make yourself miserable. Remember, this is supposed to be fun.
Right,
if
it
you
is
find
sports.
yourself, it's terrible if it's affecting you. You're not sleeping or something. I don't know, take a break or, you know what? Look at Sign Lady.
Oh.
Sign Lady's been through all of it.
Gary Gerald.
Yes.
The G-Man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw somebody tweet something like 2 days ago. So that had been the Friday. So Wednesday's game was like, the Kings may have broken Gary Gerald. And I literally immediately was like, no way.
Unbreakable.
The G-Man is unbreakable, baby. Unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
It's, but
he does have feelings.
Of course. We all have emotions and feelings, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of kind of what we're talking about is the blame game, the blame pie. Who has the percentages? And as you said, there's some fans who's like, okay, in reality, the players, they don't fit. Legos don't fit. Oh, you know what? First year coach, don't really feel his vibes. Assistant coaches, not really feeling their vibes. Front office, we did have a summer. You did have 3 months, Scott Perry, BJ Armstrong. I didn't really like what you did. Ownership, and you've been tearing us down for however long. I just say it like this, and this is the toughest part. And this is why I, as a Kings fan, and you look at the Kings, and I totally get it. I understand why we're pointing fingers. When it's really all said and done, it's a whole total overhaul that needs to be done. And I'm not saying fire these people it's top to bottom, truly is. And you have to, and that same thing we're talking about yesterday, foundation, you have to start at the top. There's just no way of getting around that.
And the talk only gets you so far. And everybody talks and says the same things. We talked about it yesterday, about how we're building a culture here, and you got to be this, and you got to be that. You got to bring in good players above all else, bring in people that know how to bring in the best players, and then the best players transform your franchise, and all of a sudden, hey, we got culture. And the mistake organizations make going way, way back is they get in the right players. The Bulls are a classic example. They got in Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, and they deserve credit for bringing them in, but then they thought, well, let's do that again. We don't need these guys. It's like, no.
You need Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You need Scottie Pippen. You need these guys. Horace Grant and Dennis Rodman. And that's why I say when, and I going back, someone's like, well, you blaming the players? Well, they have to have some type of blame.
Sure.
Because I keep it 1,000, and I know we're going to have a conversation what this is. I am a full-on fledged fan of some of the veterans that we have prior to them coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep it at that. Some of them need to be set the hell down. Like they don't even look like they want to even come to the arena.
The fourth quarter.
They don't even look like they want to be at the arena.
I know.
Man, but you again, we set the foundation. There's a hierarchy to it. These guys are getting paid a lot of money. And that's why I understand why fans are like, oh, well, you got to do this and you got to do that. It ain't that simple. And I've been one of many who've consistently said, and you always hear this, well, we're on one accord and we're together and we're lock in step. And what are you? Are you really? Because it takes the whole organization to say, hey, veteran, I ain't feeling what you putting down. I don't like what you're putting down. We need to make a change now. And we've seen it. How many times have we seen, you know what? Don't even come.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that in sports.
Yeah.
That's how you feel? Don't even come. Don't even scan your key card. Stay at home. We'll pay you your money because the union says we need to do that. And we need to move on. And that's why I understand all these different variations of, well, these guys need to play. Veterans don't need to do this. We need to see so much heart. However whatever you're labeling it, totally get it. And that's why we say it's an organization thing for me. It's a lock and step thing for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's a much bigger issue than just the coach or just this player or that player.
Definitely.
Bigger. I do think, one thing, every loss, and I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying, it's great, but, every loss, I'm looking at it this way. Every loss is a couple ping pong balls. So, they lost. They're definitely on that track now where it is all about maximizing your chances in the lottery. I hope they're able to start moving off of people that don't want to be here ASAP. And I think the organization / front office deserves some blame for putting the veterans in this spot. And I know they're professionals and they're supposed to give their best every night. They're getting paid a lot of money to do that. But when you start down a road and then the season starts and it becomes essentially public knowledge that, we're going another way, what's a veteran player supposed to do? Well, he's supposed to be professional. True, but they are human beings. I guess I'm not going to be here much longer. How about you? Are you going to be here? What are we doing? Where am I going? What? Yeah, it's hard to give your best under those circumstances. And I know, boo-hoo-hoo, but still, it's human nature.
It is. It truly is. And then you have the vice versa, and oh, man, you're getting paid a lot of money. Go do it.
Yeah.
So I understand it. I truly do. I understand it from when you take a step back.
Also put your coach in a really awkward spot.
Very. I mean, we'll have a conversation about that today as well. It's a no-win situation. It truly is right now. Mm-hmm. And that's why, I take it in stride with how every fan wants to fan. We have fans, we don't want fans like that to be a part of, then leave. That's tough to tell another fan that.
Yeah.
It truly, but I get what you're saying. I think there's a name on that. No, it wasn't 916. I definitely understand that because as a fan, we have great fans. Sign Lady, we talk about G-Man, people who've entrusted their fanatic, relationship with the Kings for 40 years.
They've invested a lot of themselves.
Time, money,
franchise.
effort,
yeah.
And as you said, a little piece of skin.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Robert's been hanging on. Hey, Robert, you're on the Drive Guys. What can we do for you?
Hey, man, I just want to say as a longtime fan, you guys are on point with everything you said. It starts from the top to the bottom. I just feel like on paper, we look like a really good team, but if guys aren't bought into the program, then it's not on Doug Christie.
All right, Robert, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not sure if it looked to everybody like a really good team, but, us fans, we put those, purple-colored glasses on sometimes. It's hard to know. But, there was a chance this team was going to be better than this. Sure. Louie on Sactown Sports. Louie, how are you?
Man, you guys got a tough job right now. There's only so much you guys could say, but I just wanted to say, man, the fans got to take a stand. I mean, you guys say it's from the top. You guys could say it to the bottom just to make it sound a little bit sweeter, but it's the top. He's got to go, and we got to stop going to the games, and we got to stop buying the merch. And the other thing, I was watching last night's game. We were down by 40 in the fourth quarter, and this clip's going around Twitter where my man Drape says, man, if we score 12 points, we'll put some pressure on him. I'm like, Drape, come on, man. We're putting no pressure on him, Drape. There's no pressure. Hang in there, guys.
All right, thanks,
Appreciate you, Louie.
Yeah.
Hang in, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't easy for
Ooh, you talk about a game. Yeah.
And Drape's joining us today, right?
Yeah, 3:30.
Yeah.
3:30.
At one point, they're going to break, and it was, 35-point game or whatever.
Yep.
And Katie is throwing it to break, and she goes, and we'll be back as the Kings try to – and she didn't know what to say.
Didn't know what to say.
Try to claw back into this one. I was like, there you go. Good save. She didn't know what to say.
But you know what? And that's the toughest part is this. And that's why I say I have some, and I think the word you guys were using, meaning you and Alan, and then we're talking about empathy. and maybe that was early in the show, maybe it wasn't crosstalk, but I heard when I walked in, I heard Kyle talking about being empathetic for DeMar DeRozan, but I didn't hear why he was empathetic. With that being said, that's why I'm taking a step back, and I'm also understanding what you're doing, Whitey, is the very first thing you let this show out and said, well, what can you be excited for? If there is a reason, what is the reason?
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep it, for me, there's really none.
Really?
No. Because who takes excitement out of getting their butt whooped?
Well, you just have to follow it through logically.
Give me the Katie. Here we go.
And we'll be back as the Kings try to climb back into this one.
Right.
It was a nice save.
It was. Beautiful.
I was right there with us like, I don't know what I would have said. Yeah. Garrett on Sactown Sports is back with us. What's up, G?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I am the trifecta I got the trifecta of my favorite teams. I'm a Raiders fan, a Kings fan, and an A's fan. So, woo!
Yeah.
Every single one of them have the same problem, and it's just like you guys said, organization, culture. There is none right now, and it seems like there hasn't been any for a while. I mean, even when Mike Brown was here, it was like, oh, here we go. We're starting to get it. And then he had one bad season. It's like, okay, see you later.
Right.
It's just frustrating, man. My daughter wants to say something real quick, though.
There you go.
Oh, love it. Yes.
Thank you, Garrett.
Can we get her name?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, Garrett did.
Yeah. Let us know, Garrett.
Hung
Text
up
us
on
or
it,
something.
yeah.
Let us know
Yeah.
her name. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
But see that.
Keep the faith for the kids.
Right. For the generation, the
Yes.
6-year-olds.
For the innocents who don't deserve this.
Yeah.
And I've only known this.
Hey, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with a lot of this, right? And that's where you're talking about, like, are there some things that we can look forward to? Well, yeah, everything I think that you listed, Whitey, for the most part, and please correct me if you, or maybe you describe it a little more, it's for next year. It's looking forward to the future. And so we're not promised tomorrow, barely promised today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my point of that, it becomes, I'm talking about what's going on right now. Yeah, I want D. Peterson? Absolutely. I know you're not a big AJ guy, but would I take him? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Boozer, I take any of them guys because right now that's a little different look. But as a fan, man, it's tough to continue to see your team, as Garrett talked about, and he's got a trifecta, to see your team consistently get whooped. And don't point fingers and don't say, well, coaching staff or organization or ownership group or, the popcorn person or the VP or, Whitey and Jay. I take it. Nothing's being taken personal. I'll take anything from a Kings fan right now because we have great fans and they deserve it. And that's the toughest part of it all is going back to the G-men. Going back to people like that who's put 40 years into the game, it's difficult. And so I'll take any percentage of the blame pie. You can go ahead and give it to anybody. I respect it.
Everybody listening, everybody that calls us, texts us, responds in the YouTube chat, all Kings fans deserve better than this.
Yes.
Deserve a lot better.
Me and you too, Whitey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the people involved recognize that, and hopefully they can get this thing on track, but it's going to be a while. We're not going to see the fruits of this labor for a while. And nights like last night are going to happen. And it's not pleasant, but let's not be shocked when this team, every time you think, well, that must be rock bottom. Whoops. Whoops.
Which is, would it make people feel better? And this is something I want to talk about today, Whitey. Would it make people feel better if the organization just came out in whatever form? They could put a telegram out. They go old school, bring the Pony Express back. I don't care, smoke signals, whatever you have to do, and just said, we're tanking. Would it make you feel better?
You can't.
But you know what I mean. Indirectly. You can't come out like Daryl Morey or was it Sam Hinkie who did it?
Yeah,
Sam Hinkie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who came out and said, we're tanking. Of course you can't say that because you don't want to lose no money.
That'll be when they make the first trade of a big name.
And then you bring back 2 second-rounders and a youngster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, an expiring or something. Then they're going to have to address that.
Nick Claxton
not so
and
many.
Day'Ron Sharp and a first-round pick protected, top 20 protected.
Tell me more about Day'Ron Sharp. I'm interested. We'll get back to it, of course. Full show today. But when we come right back, Rod Brooks is going to join us. help get us ready for Monday Night Football, 49ers and the Panthers. Rod Brooks is next on Sactown Sports.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
This holiday season, create a fun and joy-filled memory for you and your loved ones. Come light the world and help others in need through the Giving Machine, November 17th through December 8th at the Galleria Mall in Roseville and in Modesto at Valley Fair Mall November 21st through December 12th. Choose local charities in your community or global charities worldwide. Feel the joy of Christmas. Go to GivingMachineGreaterSacramentoModesto.org.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options. Heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
The mildest summer in 30 years has left AC makers with overstock and far below their sales targets. Your chance for huge savings. Sierra Pacific's partnership with top manufacturers mean exclusive discounts to clear inventory fast. Get premium systems installed flawlessly by friendly pros with ironclad warranties and great discounts with SMUD rebates. Plus, HVAC's tax credits expire December 31st. Call for your complimentary proposal. Visit SierraPacificHome.com.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
When things are as difficult for Kings fans as they are today, I appreciate efforts to kind of lighten the mood or just change the subject. Tony Ray Harvey says, say, did anyone know that Mills Station in Rancho Cordova was a stop for the Pony Express? I didn't know that.
Say that again. I missed it. What?
Did anyone know, says Tony Ray Harvey, Mills Station in Rancho Cordova was a stop for the Pony Express?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. So there's something, and we're hoping to, change the topic just for the short term when we bring Rod Brooks in. But make no mistake, we will deal with what's going on with Sacramento Kings, and we'll deal with it as we have all week long, as we have all season long, as we did in the first segment of this show. Slade, we will deal with it head on. Am I right?
You're
Slade,
right, Stretchy B. Yes, sir. It's it's something that we have to, and as Louis just said, it's part of our job, right? It's part of our description, and nobody's running from the conversation. Tough conversations and discussions have to be had. They have to be had in life.
Yeah.
And if you consistently run from it, I'll be the first one to tell you, you're probably not going to be able to succeed in many different avenues of your livelihood. So it's just one of them things, Whitey, where, the Kings right now, they're bad. As Rob Brooks joins us. Thankfully, the 49ers aren't. But I understand all of the kingdom's emotions right now. I truly do.
Yeah. And it's going to be a long emotional ride.
Yeah,
the last couple of years, we were saying, we're done with the roller coaster. Those were the good old days.
Yeah, but listen, it ain't no fun if you can't scream a little bit. I know. When I jump on a roller coaster, I sit right in the front. I want none of that back stuff.
Right.
I want right in the front, let my feet dangle.
Like the old wooden ones, like at Santa Cruz, the old wooden coasters?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
The Big Dipper, what was that thing called?
Yeah. That's one of them. The thing, a roller coaster's up and down, but now, Jay, we're on like the Tower of Terror.
You were just
sitting
going
up. It's just,
The Edge. Yeah. Shouts out to the Edge, Great America, baby.
Yes. Is Rod ready?
He's ready.
All right. Nice enough to join us. We appreciate that he's going to help us change the subject.
Thank you, Rod.
Yes, thank you. Rod Brooks. Thanks, Rod. Yeah, the Kings, they lost last night to Memphis, 137-96. So we're glad to talk about something else for just a little bit. We appreciate that from you today.
Happy I can help. And, I never thought about where one would sit on a roller coaster would give you some insight into that person's personality. But it makes sense.
Very true. Rod, turn your volume up for me real quick. I got you maxed out over here, please.
If you're the type of person, I don't know if you can hear me now. I'm using
a little more.
A little bit more? We'll see if this works. I don't know. I'll just yell. But yeah, knowing as somebody who sits in the front of the roller coaster is like Jay, that makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Did you come up with that theory yourself, Jay? Is that your observation?
Yeah, that's my observation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I literally sit in. So where do you guys sit on roller coasters?
Wherever they, you wait in line and then they put you where they put you. That's the way I've always been. Never thought about it.
See, that's the way the Kings are thinking right now. That's why we don't do that, Rod.
See, I like the back. I like to be absolutely terrified.
So you take the last cart?
I take the last cart.
Oh, boy.
I want to get as close to death without popping.
The front or the back? That's where it's at.
Yeah, I get you. I'll have to.
Stretchy B, he's sitting in the middle, Rod. My boy over there, he just sit anywhere and give it.
Sit where they put me. Yeah, you're right. I got to be more
proactive,
aggressive there. Yes, a lot more assertive. A lot of fans, Rod, are assuming Monday night should be an easy win for the 49ers. How safe would you say that assumption is?
I would say it's a very safe assumption. All credit to the Carolina Panthers and what they've done this season. It is a big surprise that they've won 6 games and winning 5 of their last 6. But here's who they've beaten. They just beat the Falcons last week. They've beaten them twice this season. They beat the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Packers. All of them are NFL teams, but I think we can safely agree that those 5 teams that I mentioned are near the bottom in the NFL. So credit to the Panthers for beating them, but I'm not necessarily impressed by what they've done. And then when you dig deeper into the numbers, Bryce Young, nice story. McMillan, a great story. Rico Dowdle is the truth, and that's the guy that I'm focused on in terms of the tip of the spear for the Panthers. But the Panthers are, 27th in passing offense, 22nd in total offense, but they're 9th in rushing. If you stop Dowdle and you put it on Bryce Young's shoulders, even though he's had a very impressive season, very good last week against the Falcons, But to me, if you put it on his shoulders, put him in 3rd and long, even this Niner defense should be able to handle that over the course of 60 minutes and get the ball back to the best and healthiest unit for this Niner team, and that's the offense. Now, of course, all of this is predicated on not turning the ball over, not getting into penalty trouble. The Niners only had 1 penalty last week compared to Arizona's 17. So it's a bit of a high wire act because, again, of the injuries on defense. But this Carolina team, nice story, but not a good enough team in my estimation. Travel across country, play on a Monday night, and beat a Niner team that if they win on Monday has a 91% chance of making the playoffs up from where they are right now, which is at 86.
See, I knew Rod was going to bring some positivity to the squad as I look at Big Rod in the studio, joined by Rod Brooks of NBCS, Bay Area, not California. I see the big Panther behind you, so I see you're in the studio. You must have been rocking your 1s and 2s. With that being said, it doesn't sound like you believe that the Panthers have a shot coming in here at all. Any given Sunday, we got that, but you don't. Okay.
No, well, see, here's the great thing: they're playing on Monday.
Right.
No, I mean, again, and you can make numbers do a bunch of stuff, but like here, look at the Niners. All right, what does Kyle Shanahan love to do with his offense? He loves to put guys in motion to see what you're going to do defensively. So the Niners are 2nd in motion rate. They motion 70% of the time. Carolina is 30th. In defending against motion, all right? The Niners, not good at getting to the quarterback at all. The Niners are 32nd in sack rate, 31st in pressure rate. Who's 32nd in quarterback pressure rate?
I mean, the Panthers.
The Carolina Panthers. I can keep going on and on down the list. Again, all credit to the Panthers for what they've done. They are to be respected. This is not to say you just, throw your athletic supporter out there and you're going to win. But if the Niners, who have the better offense, and I think the Niners, these two defenses, they don't compare to the Texans, all right? They don't compare to the Seahawks. But I think between these two defenses, the Niners have more, in my estimation, than the Carolina Panthers. If the Niners take care of business, and that means no stupid penalties, no turnovers, winning the turnover battle, getting the ball back to the offense, they should be able to win this game somewhat handily.
You mentioned athletic supporters, so bear with me here. Our buddy FP Santangelo told me this. I didn't believe him. I assumed that all all pro football players wear a protective cup. I assumed that. FP said no. He said they don't all wear them because if one gets broken, it can become a real hazard. I had never thought of that. You're covering the NFL Weekly. Can you confirm that for us, Rod Brooks? That is, if you care to address this in any way, shape, or form.
Let me put it this way. NFL players, because they feel like the lighter they are, the less encumbered they are, the faster they will be on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You will notice NFL players of today wear less padding as they did 15, 20, definitely 20 plus years ago. The shoulder pads are smaller. Guys don't wear knee pads. The thigh pads are smaller. When's the last time you've seen a guy wear a neck roll? So as you can tell, I am very delicately answering your question by answering your question.
Gotcha.
Which is, guys these days feel that you don't need all of that excess padding, even if that padding would protect, other than your brain, the most important parts of a man's body.
Gotcha. Thank you. That was
okay?
very well done. For the record, I wear one. Every show I still wear one, Jay. So.
Well, you do have to watch the Kings. You know what? My bad.
Oh,
dang, Rod.
Wow.
Big Rob, talking about, linebacker position, Tatum Bethune, of course, being hurt, has filled in admirably, if people would, you could Captain America with Fred Warner. But now what do the 49ers do as we move forward with Bethune, not on the IR, but, not healthy?
Yeah, he's going to be out for a few weeks. So if you include the bye, my non-medical opinion, it's going to be 4 weeks. So 3 games. Don't hold me to that. And obviously the Niners have not said that. That's just me taking a very uneducated guess. So the next man up, after the next man up from Fred Warner to Bethune, is now is now Curtis Robinson. And, I was just talking about this a little while ago. We do a YouTube show, 49ers Now. That's why I'm here in the studio in San Francisco. But I don't think the drop-off from Bethune to Robinson is going to be that drastic. Clearly, when you go from Fred Warner to anybody, the drop-off is going to be big. But from Bethune to Robinson, not going to be that big. Robinson, 2-year starter at Stanford, so he's a smart guy. 4 years with the Niners, so he's familiar with them. He's familiar with what they want to do with Robert Saleh's system. And, he came in with Bethune getting hurt last week, and he did what Tatum Bethune did, which is what Fred Warner did, led the league in tackles. He had 11 tackles playing 54 defensive snaps. Bethune, just in my estimation, better against the run, against the pass, because there's a lot going on with the Mike linebacker. Against the pass, being a young guy, some things might fall through the crack, although he's gotten better over the last few weeks. I think with Robinson, if you do lose anything as far as stopping the run with Robinson, and that's going to be important against Dowdle and the Panthers on Monday, but if you lose anything with stopping the run with Robinson, you gain it with him being better in pass coverage. So to me, I think if this is done correctly, you're not really going to notice that much of a difference.
Rod Brooks with us, of course. He joins us every Friday. Rod, I know there's some pizza left in the box here, so we can't say they fixed everything this year when it comes to any category. But to this point, how did the Niners fix so many of the special teams issues, and how important has that been to what they so far have gotten done?
Well, they've gotten smarter. They've gotten much better coaching. Brant Boyer came in, and what he was tasked to do, he's done it, which is to fix the Niners special teams. It was the worst last year. Now it's one of the best. Niners special teams, even putting aside Eddie Pinheiro, who's the main person you focus on when talking about the improvement in Niners special teams because of the importance of the kicking position. Put aside Eddie Pinheiro, the Niners just gotten smarter as far as special teams. You think about last year and how many – it probably was only once. It feels like it was several times how the Niners got on fake punts, things of that nature. That doesn't happen with the Niners any longer. They're so much better in coverage, and it's because they've gotten much more athletic as far as their coverage guys. And Sky Moore and Brian Robinson Jr., him coming in, they've just been much better in terms of returns as well. So it is a system-wide effort with what the Niners are doing special teams-wise. And Brant Boyer, again, they brought him in to fix special teams, and he's done that. And it is a unit, again, that the Niners can actually count on to not just get them into good positions, but to keep them out of bad positions in terms of kick coverage and punt coverage.
Right. One of the things that I parlay all the time is talking about not talking of kickers on this show. Especially, we've had to talk about Jake Moody over the last year and a half, 2 years. You get what I'm saying. I guess I have to ask about the kicking situation this week.
Slade.
Matt Gay, does what most kickers does, 50 and in, 50 and out. He's 7 of 18, if I'm not mistaken. What's the look for Matt Gay coming into this week for the 49ers?
Yeah, and remember, and Jay, we all know this. The 49ers just signed the kicker that got replaced by Jake Moody.
Dang.
That's a fact.
I didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's, when you just look at it and it doesn't look good, here's the thing. Best case scenario for the Niners with
Rod had to take a sip of whatever he was sipping on before he said that.
Yes. I had to back up off of it. Sip a touchdown. No. Best case scenario with Matt Gay is that he's kicking extra points and not field goals. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's ultimately what they want to do. With Pinheiro, that the immediate benefit was that if the Niners were stymied between, let's just say the 42-yard line going in plus territory, the 42-yard line to the 35-yard line, the Niners were like, all right, we'll settle for a field goal because they knew that they could count on Eddie Pinheiro. With Matt Gay, not so much at this point. I expect the Niners, once they get into plus territory, I expect the Niners to be much more aggressive starting at the 45-yard line. 45-yard line into the 20-yard line before you get into the true red zone. I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners took more shots just so they did not have to settle for field goals. And I think that'll work out for them, not just in terms of the defense that they're playing, with the Panthers not being a very good pass defense at all, as I just talked about a little while ago, but this is one of the things with Brock Purdy being back. And we saw this last week, albeit a small sample size. Before, in the previous 6 weeks before Purdy got back, the Niners were 3 of 16 in passes over 20 yards downfield. Small sample size, but Brock Purdy only completed, I think it was 19 passes. He was 3 of 4 for 90 yards, 70 yards, and a touchdown on passes of 15 or more yards, and mainly numbers to the boundary. So I could see the Niners upping those attempts and hopefully the completions. I could see the Niners upping that more because that's what they want the offense to be. But I think also to where they don't have to rely on Matt Gay to, for lack of a better way of putting it, bail them out if they are unable to get deeper into the red zone or deeper into plus territory.
Yeah, Rod, was it just me, or did all the people who'd been talking about you can't go away from the hot hand, oh, you can't replace Mac Jones, oh, you got to stay with him because you're winning with him, did all those people get real quiet this week?
Yes, yeah, but they should have been quiet before that.
I know.
and you can have a discussion about who's best for the offense long term without putting down one guy to elevate another. To say that Brock Purdy, I mean, it sounds dumb to say, but to say that Brock Purdy is better is not a radical thing to say. It's not a wild thing to say, and it's also not a put down of Mac Jones. And we saw that last week. Small sample size, and again, I think you're going to see it on Monday. Mac Jones and Eddie Pinheiro. If those two guys don't do the job that they did, we're not having the conversation we're having right now about the Niners having a 90% chance of making the playoffs if they beat the Panthers on Sunday. You can point to those two guys and say that their efforts helped save the Niners season to get to this point. Mac Jones was absolutely outstanding, but it is crazy talk to sit here and say that he's a better quarterback, and he's a better quarterback in this system than Brock Purdy is. That's just bananas. So, that being a talking point, I think for a lot of people it was kind of lazy. They just say, well, you can't go away from the hot hand, or it's like when they say you can't lose your job to injury. Yeah, you can. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go away from the hot hand if the hand you're replacing them with is even hotter.
Man. Dominic Puni seems like he has, for whatever, early on the season, he had some type of injury. It felt like the Niners were a little hush-hush on the injury, but seems like he's recovered gracefully. And PFF has him ranked in the top 15 as far as offensive linemen this season as we talk about current right now. Have you seen any type of movement? Have you heard anything that he is completely healthy, or is it just kind of one of those things he's gotten used to whatever his injury is?
Oh, no, he's not completely healthy, but he's healthier than he was at the beginning of the season. If I'm remembering correctly, it was his right knee.
Right.
It wasn't enough to keep him out, and quite frankly, the Niners couldn't afford to keep him out because they don't necessarily have a backup right guard. And remember, they had to go to a backup guard with Connor Colby earlier in the season. So Dominic Puni had to play, and he was clearly limited. He was an all-rookie last year. He didn't forget how to play football. So clearly his decline in the early portion of the season had to do with his injury. But I think once the Niners got to the game against the Falcons, I think that was the beginning of Puni getting healthier and playing better. And, now with Puni being better, you got some stabilization at left guard with the rotation of Burford and Barch. Trent Williams is Trent Williams. I know McKivitz gets a lot of heat from people, but he holds it down over on the right side more often than not, unless he's seeing a guy like, Will Anderson Jr. or something along those lines. But the stabilization of the interior Niner offensive line, I think, is part of the reason why Mac Jones had the success he had. I think it's why the Niners are going to get the run game going as they did against Atlanta, as they did against the Giants. I think they're going to get it going against the Panthers on the strength of the middle of the offensive line. Because, again, we know this with offensive line. Continuity will help, and continuity is absolutely everything. And finally, they have some continuity at left guard, even if they are going with the rotation. I think, Barch, some people, myself, prefer Hennessy, the player, not the drink.
Oh, okay. VSOP.
Maybe that's what he has in that cup, Jay.
But Barch has come in, and I think a lot of his improved play has to do with the fact that Dominic Pooney is healthier. So the Niners, when you think about this season and how they've just been racked with injuries, for the Niners to be as healthy as they are with their offensive line at this point in time is an absolute blessing, no doubt.
We appreciate your time, Rod. Have you noticed, Jay, when you see the promos for the 49er pregame show, they got Matt Mayoko and they got Carlos. It's Carlos, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Rod is like right there in front.
Yeah,
he's dwarfing the two of them.
He is, man.
They look like, as little kids or something. He's kind of got his hand on their heads, kind of rubbing their hair. And Rod is way out in front on that.
Rod, man, was you a 3-and-D guy? Were you a stretch 4 before the stretch 4? What would you play, man?
Yeah, 3-and-D. Oh, I could shoot the 3. Notice I didn't say I could make the 3.
Yeah, that's all right.
Right, getting it up with the best of them.
I want somebody who's not afraid to take that shot. Yeah.
No. My favorite play is the give and go. Give me the ball. The rest of y'all go over there and get that rebound.
Thank you, Rod. We appreciate it. We'll see you on TV on. Well, you're not on this weekend, are you? You'll be on.
I'll be on
Monday.
Monday,
yeah.
4:00, and then right after on NBC Sports California.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rod. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Okay, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah, that was kind of a cheap shot at the Kings there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did.
Couldn't help himself.
Well, that's what happens when you're down there in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
They thumb their nose down at us, and that's why you got to wake them up a little bit. When you send them out of the play-in, I'm going to talk a little smoke about the play-in. You send them home.
All right. That's right. Yeah, I noticed even our friend Bonte last night.
Yeah,
I'm on
man.
X like, why is he posting about the Kings? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I almost texted him. But as I was telling you yesterday, telling the fine folks of Sacramento and people who are listening and watching this on the YouTube, on the chat-o, I just had to get a brand new phone. So this morning, everything is kind of coming through and being set back up and all that stuff. And I so happened to see that. If I would have saw that this morning, I would have definitely hit Bonte.
Mm-hmm.
I just let him walk me.
Yeah, I started to, and I was like, nah.
Should have fired off on 4 of them.
By the way, we got more Kings talk coming up, but you look at the Panthers and the 49ers coming up, and this is the type of trade the Kings need to make. If there's any way they could do something like this, you go back to 2023. The 49ers didn't have a first-round pick. They made the best offer, second, third, and fourth-round selections in 23, and a fifth-round pick in 24 for Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm. Heck of a trade.
Yeah. The Panthers packaged a second-round pick to get the number 1 pick from Chicago, which they used to draft Bryce Young. They used the 3rd and 4th round picks to move up for edge rusher DJ Johnson, who had a half sack in 31 games before being waived in September. So that trade is a miserable trade. Hasn't really worked out for the Panthers. Yet I remember, and I wasn't one of them, but a lot of people at the time around the Bay Area saying, that was a terrible trade for the 49ers. This guy's hurt all the time. What are they doing?
Yeah. I saw someone post up, ESPN gave it a C+.
Yeah.
And they were firing off on, I don't know if it was Bill Barnwell or Fowler or whoever, graded it, but yeah, they were attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
Like C+, Christian McCaffrey. He was probably a little bit of a distressed asset. Would you agree?
Yes, because he'd only played 10 games
in 2 seasons.
Yeah. And they owed him a lot of money, and they're like, we need draft capital, because they'd spent draft capital to get Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield.
Right.
They got both of them and squandered both of them. Got rid of Christian McCaffrey.
Well, I'll just say this. The Atlantic ain't the Pacific.
That's right.
That salt water is a little different on the West Coast, baby.
That's right. When we come back, we'll have Drapes, bottom of the hour. And up next, will Domas ever suit up as a Sacramento King again? Next on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Get Black Friday savings during the Happy Honda Days excitement going on now at Stockton Honda, Northern California's best Honda dealer. You'll score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hey, everybody, we're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's going on for the Black Friday sales event, Chad?
Save big on the best-looking Jeep Grand Cherokee on the market when you save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the brand-new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Altitude X. This Grand Cherokee has all the bells and whistles you could ever want and more. People won't be keeping up with the Joneses. They'll be keeping up with you.
It's true. This has got to be the best-looking Jeep I've seen.
I didn't think Jeeps could look any better, but they did it. But Hoblet is more than just Jeep. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. We have over 220 vehicles waiting for you at HobletDodge.com.
Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
10,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees after 5,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 SFS bonus cash, must finance through Stellantis. 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders. 3 of this net savings, sample VIN 746799. See dealer for details.
This Saturday at 11 on the next edition of the Travel Guys, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations.
Lots of information to make you a smarter traveler, domestically, internationally, wherever you're going.
Every Saturday, 11 a.m. with the Travel Guys and at TravelGuysRadio.com.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
on Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Still to come today, Kyle Draper, bottom of the hour. We got JT Snow's going to be with us today, and the great Jerry Reynolds. You got Stretch Bergmeyer and DJ Slate. DJ Slate, since it's Friday, are you taking any requests today? All right.
Absolutely.
There's something you want Jay to put on for you on a Friday.
Remember, we're trying to have fun today because it's Friday, damn it.
That's right. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us. Hit us up in the YouTube chat. I haven't requested anything formally myself yet, but find myself in the car a lot, driving around thinking, I gotta ask DJ Slate to play that.
Just send me the text right then and there, sir.
No, that's no good. Because then they'll back up, and
that's the great part. For you. Because then you're surprised by when I release it, and I play it when I spin it.
Mm-hmm.
What? Let me ask you something real fast, Whitey.
That's just Van Halen, wasn't
it?
It
was Van Halen, yeah. Hot teacher.
That surprised me. Hot for teacher.
Really?
Van Halen. I was on stage with Van Halen once.
Ooh. MCing?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was, they were live at Cal Expo when they had this weird theater thing out there. It's not there now, I don't believe, but they used to do some concerts out there. Sammy Hagar had a birthday. I was working for the rock station at the time. So before their first encore, so they do their set, "Good night, everybody." And then before the first encore, I went up there with Justin, and we had all our listeners had signed a birthday card to him. So we gave it to them on stage before their first encore, and it was unbelievable, the energy coming off the crowd. Obviously, we had zero to do with that. It was because it was Van Halen.
Of course.
But being up there, I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
Of course.
I've been on stage, but this was different. It's like, oh my goodness, you can almost feel it.
100%.
Yeah. And somebody had given him a cane. And
okay.
And we give him the card, and he goes, "I'm going to cane these bleeping bleepers." And the crowd just goes, "Ah."
Please hit me.
Yeah. So that's my Van Halen memory from way back when.
That's pretty cool,
here in
Stretch.
Sacramento.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. I was going to ask you a question. Don't let me forget. Do you know the amount of people, the biggest crowd that you've ever emceed or hosted, or as you talked about right there, going on the stage and being a part of it?
Well, does a baseball game count?
Of course.
Because I was like an MC, and I didn't do a very good job of an old timers game at the Oakland Coliseum before an A's game, like Father's Day weekend, and they had I don't know how many, they had a big crowd.
30, 40?
I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. I did Hyro Day, which is short for hieroglyphics, hip-hop, R&B group from Oakland, and they do something right before Labor Day. It's called Hyro Day. And they said 50,000. And I was like, man, hosted for a couple hours, then passed to the next person. But, yeah, that's when you talk about
on stage?
On stage. Well, they had 2.
See, so you didn't have the full.
Yeah. Yeah.
You taught me, so I'm trying to figure out, well, wait a
Absolutely.
minute. Maybe you didn't have 50 on the main stage, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, for that stage, the whole thing for the weekend, I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how big it was. But, yeah, I've done it. And then I did
That's, man.
Oh, I just blanked on it. Did Coachella, which I was on one of the 4 stages they have, and that probably wasn't, 50,000. What's the one in Golden Gate Park?
Oh, that's
Days. I just blanked on it. I hosted that same thing for like a couple hours. And I would love to know how many people would be for what is the name of that festival? Golden Gate for all the acts. But yeah, that's spectacular. Real quick, as we're talking about taking requests, is it too early? Today's November 21st, right? Can you start to play Christmas music yet?
Well, if you go down the hallway.
Well, I was going to ask, that's part of it, but I'm asking Whitey.
I think it's a little early, but it's close, but it's a little early. But I know there may be a station in the building that started. They've been going at it
last
for a while.
Week, right? A week or 2.
I mean, full on with the tree and everything in there. Rocking around the Christmas tree. I don't know if they play that. That's older.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
So I was asking you this because I'm riding with my daughter 2 days ago, and I pick her
Outside
up from
Lands. Duh.
There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, Outside Lands. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm out. This was 3 years ago I did it? 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. I'm riding with my daughter, pick her up from cheerleading, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going to change the radio. I mean, change to radio. She's like, oh, Dad, I want to listen to stuff. You know how they got playlists at this point. And I'm like, nah, let's do something a little different. So I flipped on, and I think I was listening to the pregame because G-Man was, listen to the pregame or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll wait till the game comes on. And so she literally gets into, she's changing the dial. And I'm like, what are we looking for? And then I popped in my mind, one of our stations is playing Christmas music.
Oh, yeah.
So I changed to it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And, my daughter's like, can we change back to the to the playlist and stuff? And I'm like, no. Let's listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas song comes on. And it's a very, a variation of a song that she likes, but didn't like that version. She's like, Dad, can we change back? I'm like, no, let's listen to the song at least. So that's my question is, and I looked down and said, man, it's November 19th. I even had no ham yet.
Yeah, remember I told you that this year, for the first time, I'm allowing, not that I'm the commissioner of Christmas or anything, but to me, it's like, yeah, Christmas stuff this year, let's start early. I don't mind. Whereas before, I was like, no, it is verboten until the day after Thanksgiving. And for some reason this year, Jay, I'm like, yeah, I might be putting up lights this weekend. That's a little early, but.
Well, you got to beat your skip.
Yeah.
We got to beat
them
skip.
like a drum. Yeah.
A tom-tom.
Yeah.
So it's okay right now.
To me, it is. And I understand anyone that says, no, and I've always been with them. But this year, I'm like, yeah.
Somebody from the 209, Christmas decorations and music should never see the light of day until after Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. That's some BS.
Yeah, that's the way I've always been.
Black Friday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, that weekend, it's like, okay.
Right.
All right, I'm good. I'm locked and loaded. Let's talk about the holidays if you celebrate them. If not, totally understand. Let's listen to a little Christmas music. Pull out the Grinch mug. It's November.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Ham.
I know.
Turkey.
Thanksgiving, I should say, is late this year. Christmas is not late.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving's late because it's always the fourth Thursday, and depending on the calendar. So, anyway.
So it's
Happy
okay.
holidays.
It's
okay
good.
to me,
Okay.
but I understand where
only
you're coming
this
from.
year. Only this year.
This is the first year where I've said,
Okay.
sure.
Prior to that, it would be
Yeah, prior to
the
that,
Friday,
it'd be, no.
Saturday.
You insult me by even asking me. And this year, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Here's a candy cane.
Oh, boy. Hey.
On the 4th of July, whatever. You know, Jay, over the years, there have been many, many, many players that haven't done a lot, but have just lit up the Kings. Dwap Reith comes to mind recently. Last night, we had another name that we can add to that list. Jock Landale in 14 minutes last night. 8 of 9 from the floor, 21 points. At the same time, Santi Aldama, who's done a few more things than Jock Landale, but both of them have been veterans. Santi Aldama had 29 points on 11 of 18. Just some of the insulting and perplexing things that happened to the Kings last night. But, you know, they missed Domas, obviously, when it came to guarding centers. What do you think? What are the chances? I know I'm not the first to ask this question, but it did come to mind yesterday after I'd heard the news. Do you think that it's possible that Domas will never play another game as a Sacramento King? He's got the do you?
I think it is. I do. And it may be one of those things where evaluation is 3 to 4 weeks. We know that could probably turn into 4 to 6 weeks. Getting in shape, little G League stint, you know, an assignment, go play with the Stockton Kings. And now, as we're talking about, you know, being a little early with the Christmas music and Christmas decorations, if we're looking at the calendar, let's just say that takes us to 2026. Second week of 2026. We're awfully close to the trade deadline. You never know.
Right.
You never know, Whitey.
I think there's a real chance that the Kings would be interested in Kuminga and the Warriors would still be interested in Domantas Sabonis. I don't know anything, honestly, but that to me seems like, that's, as I said yesterday, something to keep an eye on. I bring that up because I believe Kuminga, for him, the date where he could be traded is January 15th.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because he signed this offseason.
Right.
So January 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
Some guys are December 15th, but I think he's January 15th. The good news on Domas is with a partially torn meniscus. I was reading yesterday, we don't know exactly what that means, but sometimes with a partially torn meniscus, you don't even necessarily have to have surgery. Sometimes
really?
Sometimes that
it
if it's
healed
small,
together?
it can.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, they probably have to evaluate that. The swelling goes down. If you do have to have surgery, sometimes you could just, you know, you don't have to remove anything and stitch it back together. We'll see. As knee injuries go, it's not a major thing necessarily.
Yeah.
So that's good news for him and obviously for the Kings if they decide they want to move off of him. But it does look like that's where everything is headed after last night.
Would you be interested in that Nick Claxton, Day'Ron Sharp package? Can I interest you?
Is there anything else I get? I need
you probably
and I need draft assets.
You probably get a pick or two. Yeah, maybe one and a protected or something. I think the question when you really sit back and look at it is this, and I was having this conversation with one of my friends from another NBA market who had reached out and asked the typical question, what's going on with the Sacramento Kings? When you take a step back, White, and you kind of look at how to flip this team, you're probably getting off DeMar as soon as possible because the partial contract next year. And he has, and I understand. I take it from the Sam Amick's, the Mark Spears, the Chris Mannixes, the, Mark Steins, all these people, Chris Haynes, who say his value is not very high or there isn't a huge market for him. All I take that as is two things. There's a market. There's somebody, because they didn't say, well, there's no one. And you might have to, and this is where you have to get a very sharp general manager, front office. You got to cultivate it. You got to, for lack of a better term, you kind of got to manipulate the game.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that's been going on.
Hopefully, yeah, right? Part of this losing streak. And so I think you have to get off DeMar. I think the high value lives in Malik Monk. And if you want to completely just tear it down to the studs, you have to move one of the big contracts, which is Zach LaVine and Domantas Sabonis. That's a lot of movement, But that goes back to if this organization is truly identifying that they want to tank, covert tank, don't want to talk about tank but tear it down, you want to do that as quick as possible and not string out some of these veterans, Hall of Famer and DeMar DeRozan's situation, but also you want to do it in the form of probably getting the most value as quick as possible.
Yeah, getting the value, though, is more important than getting it done quickly.
Well, okay, with that being said, are you willing to wait next year with knowing that you're tanking, but let's just say for whatever, sake, that you're only able to remove DeMar DeRozan and Malik Monk. That means you are still playing Domantas when he comes back, and Zach and Schroeder and so on and so forth. And I'm just throwing out names because these are the 2 or 3, 4 names that we've been told. I'm using common sense.
Yeah.
You're okay with taking the tank into next year as well?
I don't think I have a choice at this point. But you're saying the demolition project.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
How fast are you willing to be at the hotel and wait for the construction company to say, oh, well, we need 2 more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The wood didn't come in as quick as possible from Oregon, and the concrete, it got held up at the docks in Alameda. It's going to take a little time.
Yeah. All depends on, what you're planning to do. Are you trying to get rid of those guys so you can create some cap space? Do you think you could be a player for free agency? Or, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I think I made a mistake last year. Not that I had anything to do with it, but some of my thinking when De'Aaron Fox, when that story first came out, that wow, it looks like he may go. I remember saying on the show that wow, if it gets to that point, which of course it did, you need to just get that done as quickly as you can. Tear that Band-Aid off because you don't want that lingering over your franchise. In retrospect, I think the Kings needed to take their time, and they should have gotten more for him rather than, get it over with.
Yeah, you're talking about De'Aaron.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. I've said if it was me, I literally would have sat across the round table and brought Clutch, De'Aaron, and managers and family and friends and whoever else wanted to sit in and say, I get it. I understand. But this is a business. And them checks continuously cashing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to need you to sit back, play, and or if not, because we all know he could get the surgery on the finger, we'll wait until it's beneficial for me, not beneficial for you.
Right. I do think the Kings, on some level, thought, ooh, we're getting Zach LaVine. We're getting a good return in addition to the first round draft picks they got. So I think that's why didn't they get more? I am of the mind that they think, or at the time they thought they did well, in part because they really wanted Zach LaVine. So now where are we with Zach LaVine? Got the huge player option next year, which you'd have to think he's probably going to opt into. But right now, Zach LaVine is trying to figure out why he's not playing in the fourth quarters. Does it make sense? He said to Chris Biederman. I think Coach Christie, he's just trying to find anyone to go out there to find a win. I think I'm more than capable of doing that. If I'm 10 for 10 or 0 for 10, I'm a guy that scored more points in the fourth quarter than a lot of people in this league, so I think I should be on the floor. After the blowout last night, he didn't play in the fourth quarter, but of course it was out of hand. But the previous games, he had not been playing in the fourth quarter. I'll always be a team guy. Personally, I don't like it. I've never not played in the fourth, but when you're trying to find a win, you do whatever you can, I guess, end quote. So with everything else swirling around this team, I don't think I've brought it up enough that they haven't been playing Zach LaVine in the fourth quarter games.
Yeah, just trying to find the rhythm of how to, get you a win.
I know he's been too often, by his own admission, he's been too passive, offensively. Yeah. And he says, I think he said, hey, if I'm getting 10 shots in a game, what are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah.
I understand.
What are we
that.
doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I understand that, Whitey, and I definitely you respect a player who's out there playing. I don't want to say something in the form of saying giving it his all, because I think some people are questioning that, and not so much as effort, but doing everything that you possibly can do to win. And that's what Zach LaVine is saying. So the question has been brought up, and I think Zach LaVine is also saying the same thing. So I think it mirrors itself, right? But you really have to say to yourself as a team, pulling the plug, as Trey said, pulling the plug, you have to do it immediately. And I think if you're stretching it out another year, or you're waiting until some of those contracts come off the books, you're really prolonging the situation.
I know, but again, that's what I thought about Fox last year. I said the same thing, and I was wrong. I think I was wrong. So I don't know. It depends what you could get. Now, I know a lot of media people and some people that just, and I'm talking about people that post these things, they're looking for, hey, this could be a trade, this could be a trade.
Right.
Isn't necessarily grounded on anything. If you follow those, like Alan Stiles, who's drawn to those things, like, a thirsty man is drawn to whatever Rod Brooks was drinking today.
Double cup Brooks.
Yeah. Then you could see how, wow, that might make sense if he went to, Zach LaVine went to the Clippers. And maybe there's something there. But, Sam Amick, I think it was last week, but he said, there's interest in Domas. He said, I'm not hearing anything about any interest in Zach LaVine. That could be changing. That could change. But if there's no interest and you're stuck, unless you just, let's get rid of him just to get rid of him. And I don't see the wisdom of that.
No, you definitely don't. And that's why it comes. But this is what I've been told, is this front office that we have at our organization right now, currently, is well-versed. They're well-connected.
Mm-hmm.
They have a history.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that they, as I use the word, manipulate. They can manipulate the game a little bit. And so I'm only holding you accountable because that's what was told to me. Now, what else am I supposed to do besides take you as face value? I'm not asking you to go out there and pull a rabbit out the hat and bring me, Ty Maxey, because understandably.
54 last night.
Yeah. 76ers, they're going to build around him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's their guy probably as they move forward. And VJ and maybe, Jared McCain or Quentin Grimes, whoever. But that's their guy. So I understand that. With the understanding, also, I'm getting pennies to the dollar. 25 cents, 50. The exchange rate ain't going to be 1 for 1. I need you still to go get it done. As I continue to keep on saying, them checks still cashing, ain't they?
Right. But I got to get something back.
But you know what? You've put yourself in that position. Not this front office, but this organization. And that's why I started the show with, this is an organizational thing, right? And I know you agree with that.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're not.
Yes.
What I'm saying to you is, as a fan, as someone that's part of the kingdom, at some point, I'm paying for what I like. I'm putting my effort into it. I'm putting the time into it. Not only am I putting the dollars into it, and I'm giving you support, and I'm listening to Whitey and Jay, and I'm picking up the phone, and I'm texting in, and I'm talking to you on the chat toe. I'm all in as a fan.
Right.
I can't be questioned. I'm taking it as face value. So as face value, you told me bringing in Scott Perry, BJ Armstrong, and so forth, you're going to change it for me. I'm going to hold you accountable. Now, with all that being said, we can't be dumb and take 5 cents to the dollar.
You can't. Here's what I was going to say.
Right.
To that point. You can't. If someone says, we don't really want Zach LaVine, but we'll take him if you'll also give us Devin Carter.
Right.
You can't make a deal like
Understandable.
that. Yeah.
Definitely not. But now, with all that being said, I move forward in this and tell me if you agree with it. You also told me I didn't have to. The organization told me I ain't have to.
Well.
Did they not? Have they not?
I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, then I'll speak for myself.
Mm-hmm.
They told me when they got rid of De'Aaron, when they moved other players, didn't re-sign or got rid of JV. I understand you're trying to make these blocks fit, square peg, round hole type situation, right? Got that. But you also told me that the future is a little more bright. Because what have you told me? You got 6 principals. So the window dressing is nice. The decorations, it's Christmas time. I get it. Are we a little early?
Maybe so.
Maybe.
One thing I like about the Zach LaVine situation, if in fact they're not playing him because they're not, as you suggested, completely satisfied with something, then that's accountability, which is one of those principles. That's nice. Another thing before we go to break here, and we got drapes coming up. You mentioned blocks that don't fit together. And Kenji, our grandson, he's got some blocks, and some of them, he's got Legos. He had these other blocks that didn't fit very well together. They're supposed to, but they didn't. And what he would do, Jay, is he'd put them together, and they'd fall apart. And you know what he'd say? He'd go, "Oh, no!" every time.
Yep.
And he would just, I thought, "Are you okay?" Just like he heard someone say that once, so that's what he said.
So it keeps going, see?
That's how I'm feeling when I watch the Kings in this roster, honestly. It's like, "Oh, no!"
Right.
You know? Like,
Be patient,
last night
though.
was big. Like, "Oh, no!"
But are you being patient, though?
Trying.
How much more patience are you willing to showcase? Like, I'm not saying that the Kings have to be good next year.
Something has to happen by the deadline.
Come on now. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
And that's what we started about Domantas Sabonis. Comes full circle.
Yeah.
Could that have been his last game being played? I say yeah. There is a percentage, however, whatever number you want to attach to that it could. Because I think they're getting ready to rebuild.
And you don't have to wait till the deadline.
No,
so
you
we're
don't.
being extra patient by saying, all right, we'll give you to the deadline.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you what the Kings fans tell me. Jay, I've been patient. I've been a fan since 1992.
I know.
I've been through the rebuild. I've been through the DeMarcus Cousins era. You know what? I remember when Tyreek was supposed to they've been patient.
Yeah.
And that's the question. How long do you want, to keep asking the fans to be patient?
And if they don't get something done, oh no! Kyle Draper next on Sactown Sports.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's finally Friday. Out the door to mostly sunny skies. The afternoon temperatures will warm into the lower 60s. We'll have light winds around Sacramento, but some stronger winds across the northern Sacramento Valley. Getting into the overnight tonight, we expect clear skies, some patchy fog first thing Saturday morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Honda 2025 Accord Pilot and Ridgeline Clearance Event is underway right now at Elk Grove Honda, and that means savings for you. Right now is the right time to save. Come see us at Elk Grove Honda, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Now is the time before winter is full on in your kitchen to make sure your heat or your furnace is ready. How do you do that? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating will get the job done for you like they did for me last winter when our system crashed and burned in the dead of winter. Check them out, leesair.com. Right now, get $100 off any AC heating or plumbing repair. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating does it all, and they've been doing it at a high level for 40 years. See how they can help you stay warm and cozy all winter at leesair.com. That's Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
The Tribe Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
If you're a longtime Giants fan, you may remember this. Years ago, before the Giants moved into the new ballpark, they were trying to figure out how to market the fact that Candlestick Park was such a terrible place to watch a game. One of the things they came up with, and I'm going somewhere with this, is Kyle Draper's going to join us. They had a button they'd give out. If you went to a Giants game and it was extra innings, they gave you a button to reward you for staying.
Okay.
It was called the Craw to Candlestick. And I think we need something like that for our next guest. For he and his partner bringing us that telecast last night when I know it wasn't an easy game to bring us. Kyle Draper, how are you, Drapes?
Why you got to ask that question, Whitey? You know how I am, man. I'm ornery right now. I'm in a bad mood, man. You know, it's the squad is just struggling right now. I need some W's, you know.
Yes.
We started off the season, I think I was 3-2 in my first 5 games. I haven't won a game since then, man. So, yeah, I'm a little down right now. I'm a little bummed right now.
Well, I appreciate that, and I apologize. I was just genuinely concerned about your well-being. But I do want to say, you and Katie last night, I know those games. It's part of being a play-by-play person and an analyst, but you guys did a real good job. And I know at times it wasn't that easy for you last night. So thank you and well done.
Oh, man, don't be giving them no love.
Thank you and well done.
You know why? Because them checks keep cashing too, man.
I tell you what, Jay, I guess Whitey not used to watching true professionals at work. It doesn't matter what's happening on the floor. Me and Katie going to show up and do our jobs, man. And some nights it's harder than others, and the thing about last night, and, they got ran out of the gym by a young Memphis team. And, we have been waiting for Zach LaVine to have a game. Well, damn, Zach had a game, but nobody else did. Dennis Schroeder. And it's, I've used this analogy before, man, but this season through the first, 16 games, it's like peanut butter, but no jelly, Kool-Aid with no sugar, spaghetti with no meatballs. Like it's always something. Like when Zach gets going, Dennis Schroeder struggles, it's just, they just can't get on the same page right now, man. And it's frustrating. Here's the thing though, Whitey and Jay, I'm looking at the schedule and I'm like, all right, a loss at Denver, at Minnesota, OKC, that's one thing. But to lose to them jokers last night, man, that's tough to swallow. Tough to swallow.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's not the tipping point because I believe there are a lot of fans and part of the kingdom who've already kind of been tipped. But you look and you're like, Memphis is someone, and me and Whitey said this yesterday along with Kayla's, I thought genuinely the Kings had a good opportunity, and I really thought that they were going to get that victory yesterday, Drapes. But to see how they lost, not only taking that L, but to see how the conditions of how they lost, that's the big, for me, that's the big problem.
Yeah, to get blown out by 41. And even if you didn't look at the score, just watch the two teams played. Memphis looked like a team yesterday. The Kings look like a collection of individuals, and one of the issues I see, and I was talking to somebody earlier about this, and it happened last year too. When you have tremendous one-on-one players, DeMar, Malik, Zach, whoever is lining up in front of you, whoever is guarding you, you feel like you have the advantage. You feel like, oh, this dude's in front of me. I could cook and get to the bucket or get my shot off and everything like that. Instead of playing the team system, the team ball, how many open threes did Memphis have last night? And it wasn't because one guy just decided that, like, they would drive, pass, shot, drive, pass, shot. Like, they broke down the Kings defense. And when you look at our offense, and I know there's been some dialogue on social media and maybe even on these airwaves, that the Kings need to focus also on offense. Well, it's hard to play in the NBA great offense when you're taking the ball out of the basket every single time. Where's the turnovers that lead to easy buckets the other way? I watched OKC the other night against us. They had like 3 or 4 steals in a row. Even last night, they had like 4 or 5 turnovers. Those lead, Whitey, to cross matchups the other end, unbalanced defensive, floor spacing. That's how you score. It isn't always about the half-court execution. It's about helping yourself out by using your defense to create offense. And so right now, anything the Kings get, they got to work extremely hard for it. So, yes, the offense got to be better, but I think it starts with the defense.
On the sunnier side, though, 2 things. 1, Keegan looked pretty good last night. And 2, I think it was the OKC game. I think it was DeMar actually earned the rare Draper point for, I think he had a save at the baseline or something. I was like, what? What did he say? Point. The Draper point is back.
Drape's point or something like that?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm at the part of the season where I'm throwing anything against the wall and seeing if it'll
stick.
Already, man? I'm reaching into my whole bag of tricks right here, man. I'm going deep into my bag trying to pull something out to make this entertaining because it's been tough, man. And I was just thinking, in all honesty, fellas, really, in all honesty, when's the last time you have seen the Kings go on a 10-0 run, 12-0 run, 4? It doesn't happen. Maybe we'll go on a 6-0 run by hitting 2 threes or something like that. And so we need to get some momentum going, man. We're playing from behind every game. We're not getting out in runs, and teams are sensing. Memphis had lost 5 in a row, guys. 5 in a row. They're looking at the schedule like, oh, Sacramento's in town. Now we can get right. We got to somehow change the momentum right now.
Mm-hmm. Drapes, I'm glad you said that because, the simple question becomes, how do you do that? And none of us have the answers, right? So you're with the team, you get to travel with the squad, you got fantastic access, you're there after the post games asking some great questions. What's just the feeling inside of the squad from your perception? And I know you don't have the answer, but just your opinion on, do they feel that they can change it around, turn it around? Is there any hope that you're seeing that they can turn this around?
That's a great question, Jay. And I don't know how to answer that because I know they're still trying. There's 65 games left to go or something like that. 66 games left to go. Not saying they'll turn it around and make the playoffs or anything. But damn, if you go and tap out right now, 16 games in, what were you made up in the first place? And so I do know, the guys want to play well. It's not like, screw this, we out of here. I don't get that sense. I've been told, whether it's Russ, Zach, Domas at times, like they're trying to bring the team together, trying to get them all on the same page, and it's just not working. And you heard DeMar say it. I don't know if you talked about it, just how crappy it feels right now. It's a broken spirit right now, to get run out the building by 41. And I know it's the second night of a back-to-back. It's like I looked at that OKC game and we came out inspired, fired up. That was nowhere to be found last night. And so the only way to change it, Jay, you got to start getting some wins, man. You got to start getting some wins. And it's tough tomorrow against Denver, tough Monday against Minnesota. Then you got Phoenix and Utah. Those are there are no gimmies right now.
No.
You can't say, we're going to get. You just got to keep working and figuring it out. And that's what Doug and the coaching staff is doing. This team players are trying to do. But it's tough right now, man. This is my 6th season. And I think this one hurts the most because we are a much more talented team than some of those Luke Walton years that when I was here. Those teams, man, we were relying on Jamias Ramsey and Robert Woodard. And I always say to those guys, not to throw them, but seriously, like we got Hall of Famers on this team and can't figure it out. That's what's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm. This may not be a fair question because you may not be privy to medical knowledge. So I'm just wondering if you've heard anything about how the team is looking at Domas's injury. My understanding is a partially torn meniscus. When it comes to knee injuries, it's more on you'd rather have that than some other things. But as far as his availability, is there anything you can share with us about how the team, what they think of might be back, or just how people reacted to it for that matter?
No, it was a kick in the stomach, man. A punch in the gut, no doubt about it. I haven't heard anything, else about it, like, in terms of outside of the 3 to 4 week timetable.
Sure.
But knowing Doug like we do, I mean, just because the chips are down, like what they say, pressure, makes diamonds. Like you're in it right now, and if you could somehow figure it out and come out of it. I tell people all the time, man. I tell people all the time, when I speak to groups and talk about my story, and I've talked to young kids, really nobody ultimately cares, Whitey, what you've gone through. Really, nobody cares that you've had the toughest schedule in the league. Nobody really cares that Domas is down. Your story becomes great when you beat the odds. Your story becomes relevant and inspiring when you overcome something. And I think that's where the Kings are right now. Ain't nobody shedding tears for you, Sacramento, right now across the league. But I tell you, if you can turn this around, how great would that be? Instead, if you don't, I grew up in the hood, man, in Philadelphia. And Jay, you know this too, man. There's so many guys that have had so much talent, but yet they lose their life to the streets or they're in jail. And they're just another, just another guy from the hood that didn't make it. But the ones that make it out, those are the ones that are truly inspiring. Those are the ones that the neighborhood rallies around and lifts them up. And so if I'm a Kings player, if I'm a Kings fan right now, sure, you're down and out right now. But damn, you got still a chance. You got 65, 66 games left to go. And so you can't, if you pack it up and fold in, you'll just be another bad Kings team that nobody remembers.
Drape's last one for me is I know you have to go jump on that trolley down there in Denver and ride it around downtown for free.
You know that, big fella. Or maybe go for my walk tonight, something like that.
How frigid is it in Denver right now, big time?
No, it was, I think, high of 45 or something like that.
Oh, man, it's short season. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all looking crazy wearing hoodies. They looking around with
Doug got his big Canadian goose jacket, Canada Goose. I'm like, bro,
no, you're from Seattle.
Out, man.
Two questions, because I asked this question, and I got to get my boy KD's take on this. First of all, Dennis Schroeder, if he said he feels more comfortable coming off the bench, looking ahead, rest of the season, of course, you don't have a magic 8 ball. You can't prognosticate. Do you believe Dennis comes off the bench from here on out? And then second question is it too damn early to play Christmas music right now?
Jay, you got me. Let me take the easy one first.
Okay, all right, okay.
Hey, man, Dennis Schroeder, man, it's and that's the easy one. We've used 13 different starting lineups in 16 games.
It's crazy.
So I can't sit here and say, yup, the rest of the season he's coming off the bench. You never know, man. You never know. I will say it does seem to free him up. I know he was 0 for 8, I think it was last night. But, coming off the bench, now he's not responsible as the starter. Oh, I got to get Zach involved. I got to get DeMar involved. When Domas was here, I got to make sure he gets his touches. Now he can come out and kind of play his game. But I wouldn't be surprised at some point to see Dennis starting again. I mean, think about it. Even before last game when he was coming off the bench, he was still playing 30-plus minutes.
Right.
He still played 35 minutes a few nights ago. So it's not like this dude is buried or anything like that. Now, for your second question, I would say yes, because I want to respect the month of November, and it's still fall. We got Thanksgiving, the turkey and the ham and all that, But when you got a 13-year-old daughter who the day after Halloween redecorated her room in the Christmas motif, if you will, Like, is it really ever too early to start thinking about Christmas? I'm not a Christmas music guy. I don't know if Sirius XM got the Christmas channel going yet, but best believe when I get around that 13-year-old girl, that's what we're going to be listening to.
Does Taylor Swift have any Christmas songs?
That's a good question, man. You know, I'm a Swiftie. She does have Christmas songs, but she doesn't have like a Mariah Carey Christmas album or anything like that. I don't think
Well,
so.
she's not as talented as Mariah Carey.
Now, you're not baiting me, big fella. You gotta understand, man. It's my off day in Denver. I'm not falling for
I was
that.
waiting.
Whitey trying to draw me in. Nah, it ain't happening, big fella.
All right, so
I'm enjoying my night. I'm gonna watch some basketball and chill.
My foot was on the circle there. It's a block. Yeah.
how about this real fast before you go? Because I told you I'm encouraging. What's the Draper movement tonight? What are we getting ready to see via social network? Is it a meal? Is it you going shopping for a coat with Coach Christie?
Draper's Diners and Diving Boards.
There we go. I like it. What are we doing today?
So my day started out with a nice workout. Your boy was up in the gym.
Did you post it?
Doing them. No, dog. You know what, Jay? I'll tell you what.
Nah,
real
man.
quick about social media. I'm not. Once you get 50, big fella, who you posting for? Who you really posting
For the Kings fans. What do you mean? They're interested. They want to see you rock and roll.
Kings fans don't want to see me sweating in the gym. You know what I mean? Do they? I don't know. I got to hear from Kings
Dude,
fans.
you so hot potato, bruh. Like you know what? I'm going to post where I'm going to eat and who I'm hanging with. And then all of a sudden, nobody wants to see a AARP card holder. Like, that's what you're saying, man.
No, I'm just saying, I'm at a point where I'm like, there's so much being posted on social media. And it's like, who are you really doing it for? And
true.
I've never been, I don't get a whole lot out of it. Like, I don't get a whole lot of, I send it to people that I care about and everything like that. But
that explains why I never get it.
Exactly. That's why you haven't got anything. But if Kings fans want to see that, I could do that, man.
You said that 3 times in the last 2 weeks now, man.
You have.
Like, what are we doing?
You know what's so crazy? You know what's crazy? And this is the story of my life. I always have the good ideas. Like somebody said, Kyle, when you're in OKC, you should film and video yourself walking around OKC, put a reel together and send it to Jay.
We said that to you as well. I mean,
might have been us. Yeah.
Oh, was you guys? But I actually filmed it. I got it right here. I just haven't put it together and sent it to you.
Okay.
In case in point, my dad's birthday. Shout out to Aaron Draper.
Papa Drapes.
I have all these great Dad Drapes. Double D, we gonna call him. I have all these great ideas about his birthday present. I bought the birthday card. I just never got around to send it. I'm like, I got the great ideas. The execution just hasn't been there lately. So, all right, I'm gonna get on it, man. I had a massage today. Your boy's feeling good. So, I'll probably have a nice dinner. The Nuggets play today. They're on the road, so I'll watch that somewhere too. That's my number.
Look, we started out with you. Why do you ask? I'm in a bad mood. Now you're in a good place. So look at that.
Yeah.
We're all winners today.
No, because I'm almost done with you guys. I'm looking at the clock, and I probably got like 30 seconds left. So that's why the mood is changing, No, really, I miss you guys. Though, I miss it.
You got so much time on your hands. You could literally become a social influencer.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you see our boy Festus down there in the Bay Area?
Nah.
Festus Eats. He's going to restaurants and filming and doing all kinds of things. He's built up a huge following.
Man, come on, Draper's Diners, or what'd you say?
Draper's Diners and Diving Boards.
Come on.
And diving boards.
It's going to be poolside. Yeah.
And you know what, though, Whitey? Because I'm in Denver, Milwaukee, all these cold cities, it would be great if I still did it during the cold.
It would.
Oh, no,
that makes it even better.
I don't know about
that. All right,
that,
I might do that. I might do that.
You go sit by the pool. You better not jump out there in that 40-degree weather.
Polar bear plunge, baby. Polar bear plunge.
That's right. That's right. That'll get you some views. All right, Trace, we appreciate it. We'll. You on the call? You on the call tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm here in Denver on the call. Then Mark's back on Monday. Then I'm there Wednesday. So yeah, man, we're gonna try to break this streak, man, and get a win tomorrow.
Here we go. All right, thanks, Trace.
All right, guys.
Take it easy. Kyle Draper. How about that, Jay? Somebody told me I should do this, and it's like, yeah, we're the ones that told you that.
Yeah, man. I don't know what Drake's talking about, dude. We the one that gave you the game. Boy, I tell you, even our play-by-play guy, he's just not all the way there at the moment, too.
Yeah. You know, I didn't want to get too negative with Drapes, but one of the things I noticed about last night that was extra discouraging, you know, the numbers are terrible, but I did notice fairly early in that game, to me, they kind of lost faith in the offense, and people were not necessarily selfishly, I'm going to get my own, but people were taking more into their own hands than, you know, you'd like them. I think people kind of lost faith in each other on the floor last night, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody's going to score. I'm going to have to score because none of these so-and-sos are going to do it.
Yeah, I just throw my hands in the air at this point, Whitey. What can I do? Last night, I did not watch the full game. I was out.
I did.
I know you did. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah. Do we have JT Snow coming up? Yeah, former Giant JT Snow joining us next. Drive Guys on a Friday. Stick around, Sactown Sports.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
This Sponsor the Clock is brought to you by Light the World Giving Machine.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's finally Friday. Out the door to mostly sunny skies. The afternoon temperatures will warm into the lower 60s. We'll have light winds around Sacramento, but some stronger winds across the northern Sacramento Valley. Getting into the overnight tonight, we expect clear skies, some patchy fog first thing Saturday morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's about time they
fixed that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions. Like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures. Until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Cameron, I just think we need to, see other people.
Are you trading me in?
No. A trade-in is what I'm getting from Kitchen Mart.
A trade-in?
Right now, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 credit when you trade in your old kitchen countertops for something worth showing off, like granite, marble, or solid surface.
I'm not worth showing off?
Not like the stunning new quartz countertops Kitchen Mart just installed for Karen and Tom.
Huh.
Durable, easy cleanup, made their kitchen look brand new. And Kitchen Mart gave them a $750 trade-in credit to haul off their ugly old tile and grout countertop.
You're dumping me.
That's harsh. You want me to wait till I get the new countertops from Kitchen Mart?
At least hold off till Wednesday. I'm seeing Susan.
Susan!
Now's the perfect time to trade up to beautiful new quartz, granite, marble, or solid surface countertops. Because for a limited time, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 trade-in credit for your old countertops. Go to kitchenmart.com today and schedule a free in-home consultation and save $750 off new countertops.
No one does it better than KitchenMart.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I was in Iraq, our convoy was hit. It was bad. After I came home, I could still hear booms and see tracer fire. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
With help from DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Today, I'm part of DAV. We're veterans helping veterans to get the benefits they've earned. And I give my veterans my all.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Naomi Mathis, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans Go to DAV.org.
Savings abound at Elk Grove Honda during the Honda clearance event underway now. This is your final chance to drive home in a new 2025 Honda Accord, Pilot, or Ridgeline at Elk Grove Honda clearance prices. Right now is the right time to save, and if you're looking for pre-owned Hondas, Elk Grove Honda has a huge inventory. Visit the Elk Grove Honda 2025 Accord, Pilot, or Ridgeline clearance sale at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
The Sactown Sports 49ers Report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. 49ers get back on the winning track with a 41-22 win over Arizona. Brock Purdy started his first game since September 28th and threw for 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey had 2 rushing TDs and a receiving score. 49ers are back in action home on Monday night versus Carolina. You can catch the game right here on Sactown Sports 1140 beginning at 4 o'clock.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, we got a lot more Kings talk to come, including we'll tell you why all Kings fans right now should be looking towards ESPN and saying, boo! But right now, we've got a special guest. Before we get back to basketball, time to bring in our very special guest. Modesto has a new minor league baseball team for now called the Glow Riders. They begin playing the Pioneer League, Jay?
Yes, sir, the Pioneer League.
This spring, and joining us now is their newly named manager.
What?
Giants legend.
Come on.
JT Snow. How are you, JT?
I'm good. Thanks, guys. You can use that legend word lightly, please.
Veteran. How about that?
The last time
I love it.
Just
Major league veteran, and I tricked them for a lot of years, put it that way.
Well, the last time I spoke with you, JT, and I know you would not remember this, I was doing a show with FP, and we had you on, and we were talking about how the Giants were going to have you out and to take infield before the game for your last game when you were going to retire as a Giant. I remember you saying there was some temptation to maybe even going to play an inning or something. You remember all that?
I do remember, and FP's still one of my good buddies to this day. I talk to him all the time. I think I may have been able to survive an inning, half inning on defense. I don't know if I wanted it that bad with the way guys are throwing nowadays and the velocity. But, that was a special day. That was something very cool that Brian Sabian did for me after I retired. So, and here we are all these years later.
Yeah. Jay, there was talk of just having them they do those ceremonial things, and there was talk of maybe JT actually playing an inning at first base. Yeah.
I love it.
If you remember, I did get to throw some ground balls to the guys.
Yeah.
And they all threw balls in the dirt to me. I think Rich Road was still there, and Vizquel and some guys. And I started catching on after the first guy threw it in the dirt, and then the next guy threw it in the dirt. And luckily, I picked them all. And I started saying, "Come on, guys, hit me in the chest." So that was a special day.
JT, full circle, I would imagine for you as someone who played baseball pretty much all your life, and then you get to be honored to play in the big leagues, and now you're flipping back to the minor leagues and the Pioneer League and the Modesto Glow Riders. How did it all come about, and why? Why do it now?
Well, I was part of the Giants staff. I kind of had that assistant to the general manager tag after I retired with Brian. I was part of the organization in 10, 12, 14 when they won the World Series. I was roving in the minor leagues, worked with the kids, worked my way all the way up to a BP pitcher with the big league team. Hensley Mullins was our hitting coach. He was a teammate of mine in Columbus, Ohio with the Yankees AAA team. So I think the most nervous I've ever been in my whole career was throwing batting practice to the number one group in the World Series on the road. I remember in Texas, and my group was Buster Posey, Hunter Pence, Pat Burrell, and I think it was Aubrey Huff. So, and then just kind of did that, and then we raised some kids. We moved away. We moved up to beautiful Truckee, Tahoe for a few years. Kind of got away from baseball and just really missed it. Wanted to get back in, and I did some stuff with the Giants here and there, and then 2 years ago, I was a coach of the Oakland Ballers. I saw their story, and Don Wakamatsu, who's managed in the big leagues, who's their GM, managed with the A's. I actually sent him an email, and he thought he was getting catfish. He thought it was somebody else, and he called me. And so I did that, and I just realized how much I missed it. Being around the kids, and they're good kids. They're undrafted. We can get more into it, but the rules and stuff. But just missed being in the dugout, and then worked a little bit last year. I reached out to Buster Posey when he got the job, and he invited me to spring training. I got a chance to work with Bryce Eldridge up in Sacramento with the River Cats a couple times. Got him going, and then really I reached back out to the Giants this offseason. They didn't really have much more for me to do because with their coaching change and all that, and I understand, but yeah. And then Dave Heller, the owner of the Modesto, the Glow Riders for now.
Right, for right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That must mean you got a little bit of you might have a different way you want to go with the name, huh?
Well, I think you're gonna hear something in the next few days that I think the people might really jump on board with. So I'll just say that, and I'll keep it under wraps. But yeah, and Dave Heller, he owns 3 minor league teams. He owns a team in the Pioneer League, the Billings Mustangs. He owns the Quad City River Bandits, and he owns the Wilmington Blue Rocks. So Main Street Baseball. He just reached out to me, and I said, yeah. So we talked over the last couple months, and something that I'm still here in the Bay Area. Modesto's not far. Mm-hmm. I can come home on off days, but always wanted a chance to manage and make out the lineup card. And I got to see it with the Ballers. Aaron Miles, the coach there, former big league, they won the whole league last year. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We're independent. We're no affiliation. We can do things our way. We're not going to have a big analytics department. We're going to be able to coach these kids and hopefully get them signed. Our number one goal is to win and then get them signed on to affiliated ball. So great kids that just want to keep playing. They just want to keep playing baseball, chasing the dream. The draft now is only 20 rounds. When I came out of college, it was 50. Yep. So now half these kids are getting drafted. So there's a lot of good talent out there. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. We're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make a bad choice or a pitching change or something and probably hear about it from the fans. But I'm willing to take it. And Modesto deserves some good baseball. They've had a team there for a long, long time, a rich history. So I'm excited for the fans.
JT Snow, nice enough to join us, as he said, the new manager of the Modesto, for now, Glow Riders, but stay tuned. Your players, as you mentioned, as we all know, they're harvesting major league dreams. Can I ask, do you see yourself as potentially being a major league manager someday if this goes well?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows where it goes? Mm-hmm. I did some things when I got out of the game. I did some broadcasting. I worked for the Pac-12 network for like 6-7 years doing college baseball on TV. I loved it. The broadcasting gig is really good. I mean, you guys know it's a lot less hours, a lot less headache, and you get to talk about the game. But I really felt like when I got back on the field and just talking to the kids, and maybe at this level, we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's kind of a funny thing right now because we're seeing, the Washington Nationals just hired a guy that's never managed never in pro ball, never managed. The Giants just did the same thing, hiring a college coach. So who knows where it's going in the future? I don't think I'll just take it like one step at a time and see what happens. I mean, maybe I love it in Modesto and can be there for a few years and work with these kids. So wherever it takes me, it takes me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, JT, what's you've had opportunity to play for some legendary coaches, of course, in the big leagues, and I would imagine throughout your career as a player. What's the managing style? I just heard you say, analytics ain't gonna be too big. Is it more of a trust your eyes, the scouting department? Are you a launch angle guy, exit velo? Like what type of managing style are you going to put forth?
Yeah, so when I decided to take this job, I looked back on some of the guys I played for. Every one of my minor league managers, I was drafted by the Yankees at the University of Arizona. Every one of my managers I had from rookie ball to AAA, all coached in the big leagues at some point. I got a chance. Buck Showalter was a manager in New York, and then I went to the Angels, and I had Buck Rogers and Marcel Latchman, and then of course I had Dusty with the Giants, Felipe Alou, and then I spent a half a year in Boston with Terry Francona. So I've had some great guys that you start drawing on and they're all different and they're all good and they bring different things. I think that, and I talked to Terry Francona a couple weeks ago. We talked about hour on the phone. He's a University of Arizona guy, and we know each other off the field. I talked to Brian Sabian, who's with the Giants at GM. He's now worked with the Yankees. We talked for a long time on the phone, and I think I'm not opposed to analytics. I think a lot of it can cloud guys' minds. We had analytics back when we played. We had pitch counts, and we had, there was a little bit of shifting going on. We knew the counts where you hit, when you're ahead in the count, you hit, over 300. When you have two strikes on you, you're hitting, $150. And so some of those, but I think a lot of it is just knowing the players, and I got to see Bruce Bochy back in those World Series years. I was in the dugout with the team. Like I said, I was working for him. The way that guy handled the bullpen was masterful. I think that's the key to baseball's pitching and how you handle your bullpen. So there's going to be some gut decisions, and we'll know as coaches and managers, you're talking to your players every day, they have off-field issues sometimes. Maybe they have kids or a wife or a girlfriend and maybe family issues. And I think just the way you have a gut decision, a guy, we're going to get all the numbers, what they hit against certain guys. And, but I just want us to play good, hard, fundamental baseball. If you watch baseball nowadays, even in the World Series, there's a lot of mistakes that should not be made.
Yeah.
Guys knowing the rules, right? Infield fly rule. We saw the Giants last year. It's I'm watching games going, what? I knew that stuff in college.
Yeah.
And I'm really big on putting the ball in play. Bat to ball. X velocity is great. I'm not going to be a huge thing, or launch angle. We're going to play in a bigger park in Modesto, so we're going to teach driving the ball in the gaps. I've already got the wind blows out there in Modesto to left field, left center. So we might want some right-handed hitters in our lineup. So it's all good. It's all fun, and I think it's going to be a great summer.
Mm-hmm. JT Snow with us. My last one for you, JT. We appreciate your time.
Suit me up right now, Whitey.
Yeah,
I'm pumped up,
Let's
baby.
Let's go. We call third base the hot corner, but first base is a pretty hot corner depending, on who the left-handed hitter is. And you were a great Gold Glove winning first baseman. Do you remember who hit the ball at you the hardest? Who hit the hardest hit ball you ever had to field? Do you remember?
Absolutely. Kirk Gibson. When he was, and Kurt's older, he was with the Tigers and I was with the Angels. And if you remember Kirk Gibson, he got in there on top of the plate. And he had that top hand, firm, strong grip. And I was holding a guy on one day. I bounced off the bag, and when he hit it, I never saw it. I just put my glove out, and it kind of just took my glove. I never saw the ball.
Really?
It was a day game in Anaheim Stadium, and I looked. It was in my glove. There was 2 outs. I just reached over and touched the base. But yeah, people ask me that all the time. I'm like, Kirk Gibson hit the hardest ball. And he was a monster, right? He hit the ball hard. So in first base, we're getting some kids now that are reaching out to us. I'm getting a lot of kids that play first base, and it's other than the pitcher and the catcher, the first baseman is involved in more plays in the game. So I was lucky to come up at the right time when first base was kind of evolving. You had guys like, Will Clark and Mark Grace and Don Mattingly and Rafael Palmeiro, and it was more of an athletic position. You could field and hit a little bit, drive and run. So, it's a great position. I'm going to be working with the infielders. Ooh. And our pitching coach is going to be Alex Leach. He's the head coach at Modesto JC, great pitching guy. Our bench coach is going to be Gary Templeton Jr., Gary Templeton Sr.
Oh, yeah.
Was a big leader for the Padres. And so Gary Templeton's been in the Pioneer League, so he's going to be our bench coach. So we got 3 good coaches, and we're in the process now of vetting guys, and we're getting a lot of info from guys that want to keep playing. So it's going to be a tough decision.
JT, are you guys expecting, because you're following the Modesto Nuts, of course, who are, as you talked about, had been a part of Modesto's fabric for a long time. Do you guys believe that Modesto will get behind the Glow Riders just as quick as they've gotten behind the Modesto Nuts for all the years?
I think it'll be better, and I think it'll be bigger. And I wasn't really up to speed on Modesto. I knew all about the California League. I never played in there in the minor leagues, but I knew Bakersfield and Visalia, Modesto, San Jose, Stockton. I think that when you have an affiliated team in town, as the Mariners were, they were the A's, right? And then the Rockies, and then you get behind them and support them. It's fun to keep track of these guys and see where they go, where they top out at. There's been a lot of great guys. You look up the people that played in Modesto that come through, but I think this team that it's independent, there's no affiliation. I think this is really going to be the city's team, and we want to preach that, and we want people to come out and tailgate in the parking lot and root for our team hard and respect the other team and stay late, enjoy the game. Our owner, Dave Heller's made it a point to be affordable baseball and bring your family out, kids. And my only hope for our fans is that when they leave a game, whether we win or lose, I want them to know that we played hard and we played the right way, and I want them to come back to another game later in the season.
JT Snow, congratulations on the new gig. Thank you very much for your time. It's always educational, a lot of fun talking with you, so we appreciate that. Happy holidays. Have a great holiday. We hope to talk to you again soon, JT.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime, guys. I love Sacramento. I lived up in the area for a while, and anytime. It's a great city. Love it. We're just down 99, so hopefully some people come out, and anytime you guys need me, I'll be happy to come on and promote the team.
We got to lock it in there.
You need somebody to throw out the ceremonial first pitch, my man Jay.
Let's do it. Listen, I'm coming down in the lowrider. I'm cruising. And
I'm trying to get George Lucas to come out, because if you remember American Graffiti, that was his big movie that propelled him on to Star Wars. And George Lucas grew up in Modesto, so I'm trying to reach out to George Lucas, see if he can come out and throw the first pitch, but we'll definitely keep you in mind.
That's only one of 48 that you guys play in Modesto. So real fast before we let you go, JT, because it just dropped in my mind. Shouts out to Corey Gales, VP of Sales out there in Modesto, for locking us in with you. But will we see some Giant flavor? Some of your former guys, not even the Giants, maybe Angels, because I'm an A's guy, but maybe the Angels or Yankees, or will we see some of your guys maybe visit the ballpark this year?
That's a great question, because I'm one step ahead of you. I've reached out to a bunch of players. I've reached out to FP. I've reached out to guys that I've played with, and what I want is every homestand, I want a former big league guy to come out and spend a day with the guys, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter. We'll put you up in our owner's got deals at the DoubleTree there, Modesto. Come out. DoubleTree. So that's a great question. I'm already on it. I would love for a former player. I'll tell you, it's going to be hard to get Barry out there to come talk, but I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get Barry to come out and work with the kids. But there's a lot of guys still in the area. Now it's great for them to just bounce questions off guys, and that's my goal. I want to get a former player every homestand, come out with the kids for a day or two and just give them some wisdom.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Dope, man.
Thank you, JT. We look forward to. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. JT's. No.
I like that.
It'll be hard. He didn't say they weren't getting Barry.
No.
So it might be hard to get Barry.
I still got him on speed dial. What you mean? I'm JT Snow. I got Barry on speed dial right now. What you talking about?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Apparently they had a contest to name the team, and then they came up with glow riders. I know you told me about that last week. Some people there weren't crazy about it, so they decided, all right, well, look at some other things. And so we're awaiting the new name here in a couple of days here.
Yeah, but which is, the great part about something brand new. It's shiny, right? And the city, Modesto, and the people, the surrounding cities, they get an opportunity to visit the ballpark, John Thurman, which I had an opportunity too. Whitey, we got to get out there. We got to do a podcast or something at home plate. They would love to have the drive guys. Again, shouts out to Corey Gales, man, who
I got you on the first pitch depth chart.
Yes, sir.
I didn't get you like in, front of the rotation or anything, but I got you on the depth chart.
I like it. I appreciate that. I believe there are 48 games.
Uh-huh.
So I have a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, if each homestand, probably 4 games.
Right.
Pioneer League, right? If Barry comes out, if FP comes out, who was the other person he named? It was FP, Barry, and it was someone else. If that person comes out, that's only 3 homestands.
Right.
Well, that's 1 game of the homestand.
I know.
I have good percentages.
Yeah,
good chance
they got a lot of innings they got to cover.
They do, absolutely. Might need me to come in there and throw an inning.
Uh-huh.
Man.
Yeah. Get Draper out there to throw the old blooperoo. Here's Draper with a pitch, and there it is. And it's a little outside for a ball.
We literally, the red carpet is rolled out for us. We'll come out. We'll get Whitey to throw a first pitch as well. And like I said, we're going to jump in the, 6'4" Impala or something and cruise the outfield.
Right. Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Oh, always a pleasure catching up with JT Snow. He didn't hesitate. What's the fastest ball anybody's ever hit?
Yeah.
It's not the fastest he's ever seen because he didn't see it.
That's
Kirk
right.
Gibson hit it.
Said he just hit his glove and dropped.
Man.
You do remember that. Like it's,
yeah.
Man, that thing was crushed.
Real quick here, before we get to break, getting back to the Kings a little bit, we got to say boo to ESPN twice. First of all, I saw this today, ESPN.com had a story from Tim Bontemps. Has he been on the show? Is he a friend of the show?
Not our show. No.
Okay, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote something today about the Kings. He wrote something about every team, their lesson for the month. And, of course, he talks about how the Kings are struggling. But here's what Tim Bontemps writes. Not only did Sacramento fall after Wednesday's loss in Oklahoma City, Coach Doug Christie also removed Zach LaVine from the starting lineup. Now, I saw that this morning at, 7-something. And I thought, well, that's not right. But, Jay, it's still there.
I know, man.
It's still up there, and it's just factually incorrect.
Hey, no disrespect, but don't disrespect me.
It is disrespectful.
Right.
It is disrespectful.
They did not remove Zach LaVine from the starting lineup. That has not happened.
And you know what? We all make mistakes. Definitely. I make 10 a day, 100%. But those are the easiest things to correct.
Yes. Right.
The depth chart, the box score, as you carry around, it's right there for you.
Mm-hmm.
It takes literally 60 seconds to go and see if Zach LaVine started the game.
Mm-hmm.
No one fact-checked that. And even when it did, you didn't even, and this is part of the journalistic, integrity these days. Antonio Ray Harvey talks about it quite a bit, friend of the show. These are the things, Draper talked about it, these are the things that are lost. Like, we're still letting that linger throughout the atmosphere.
Right.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. It's just wrong. A lot of times somebody in the national media writes something about the Kings. We say, we disagree, that's unfair, blah, blah, blah. That's just wrong. Then we also have this. Victor Calderon posted this on X, and Matt George retweeted it. Tony Kornheiser today on PTI talking about Sabonis being out. He said, quote, "The Kings are lost so far, just like with Charlotte. Why is there a franchise there?"
Again.
Come on.
Yeah. And I said this to you.
Why is there a franchise there? That's just Sacramento slander.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. And that's why we are who we are. Mm-hmm. And that's why we've consistently had to feel like we have to defend ourselves, because it's really not a feeling. It's reality.
Mm-hmm.
What does the fan base and the city have to do with the lack of wins and success of the team? Has absolutely no correlation.
You're right.
If anything, if you were to take the Kingdom, the Kings fans, and the city and try to correlate that to success, we'd have won 10 championships by now.
Right, because the strong implication there is, they can't get it right because it's Sacramento.
Yeah.
You're right. That has nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. Zero zilch, man.
Boo, ESPN. Boo, Tim Bontemps. Boo, Tony Kornheiser.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
But this is
Get
the
your
thing.
facts straight. Look at a box score. They have the box scores at ESPN.com. You can check the box score on your own website.
That's true. You know what? I haven't thought about
Before you post it, let me check the box scores, make sure that's right. Wow, that's bad. You want to say the Kings are so bad? That's bad.
Do you think anybody said anything to him besides Social Network? Because I know he's getting flambasted on Social Network.
Well, don't people check that? Doesn't that typically? It's almost like, and I
Yeah,
don't know,
producer.
but it's almost like, it's the Kings. It doesn't matter.
Editor.
Yeah, even if it's wrong, it's kind of right because it's the Kings. Terrible.
Yeah, it's bad business.
Dreadful.
Yeah,
Dreadful.
you're right.
That's terrible.
When we come back, about that, we need a true point guard thing next with Slate and Stretchy B on a Friday. Sactown Sports.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Get more value for your money with the new owners at Elk Grove Chevrolet. Right now, supplier pricing is available to everyone, making it easier than ever to drive home in your dream car. Check out the amazing Black Friday specials online, like up to $11,000 off the 2025 Silverado 1500. Choose from a wide selection of new and used Chevrolets, plus flexible financing and expert maintenance. Visit them today and experience the difference. MyElkGroveChevrolet.com, where savings and service come standard.
The holidays can be a time of increased stress for those struggling with opioid or stimulant addiction. They can also be a time for pause, reflection, opportunity, and new beginnings. This holiday season, choose treatment and recovery. Embrace the company of family and friends and create special moments. Find a proven opioid or stimulant addiction treatment provider near you at choosechangeca.org.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
on Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's finally Friday. Out the door to mostly sunny skies. The afternoon temperatures will warm into the lower 60s. We'll have light winds around Sacramento, but some stronger winds across the northern Sacramento Valley. Getting into the overnight tonight, we expect clear skies, some patchy fog first thing Saturday morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Honda 2025 Accord Pilot and Ridgeline clearance event is underway right now at Elk Grove Honda, and that means savings for you. Right now is the right time to save. Come see us at Elk Grove Honda, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
Right? It's like, but I guess there is a caveat when you lose 4 or 5, 6 games straight getting blown out.
8-game losing streak, yeah.
But the meaning behind it is, in football, you see guys hit the podium, the coaches, players, right after the win sometime in front of the locker room, and they're just so distraught.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, it felt like they gave it all, and they probably did give it all, you know. And on top of that, physically, I know it takes a way bigger toll than basketball and baseball. That's why it's played once a week. But it always killed me with baseball and NBA, where there's so many games. It's game 4 of the season. And, you know, you might score 20 points. You might lose by 3. And you just see a person or a coach go to the podium, and they're like, oh, gosh, I have no clue how we're going to get it together. And the free throw disparity is just, disparity is just terrible. And, oh, man, it was just over the top. It's always over the top. It's like you lost.
Yeah. I was
Move
thinking
on
about
tomorrow.
I was thinking about that last night because I was watching after the Kings game. I was watching the Texans, who were wearing Old Navy Christmas pajamas. It was wonderful. Good for them. They were taking on, of course, the Bills, and it was a great game, great finish, and Houston held on. Bills actually picked up a 4th and 27.
Yeah.
And that set them up for what could have been a winning touchdown, but they got stopped.
Dump off to the running back.
Yeah, an interception. And they've had 3 or more turnovers in 3 straight games, which they don't. The Bills don't do that. Josh Allen into the game with an interception. But my point is, watching, they had shots to the sidelines there and the fateful drive. So you had D'Amico over there, and you got McDermott. And I was just thinking, one of these guys is going to be absolutely miserable after this game ends. They're both very accomplished coaches, playoffs. And I know you could say, well, the Bills have never done this or that. I know, but both of them very accomplished coaches. And one of them, and it was, Coach McDermott, absolutely miserable after the game ended last night.
Did you see it? Did you see any press conference action?
No, I didn't watch any of that.
Yeah, he was. He was like, But he gave it, typical coach speak, upbeat. But he definitely was distraught in many different ways. We got, especially the offensive line, which they probably should be distraught about because Houston.
They had an injury, and then, that was just a total mismatch.
And Dawkins jumped on the last, it was 4th and 1, and he jumped and then pushed it back to a 4th and 7, 6.5 or whatever on that last drive. But, it's interesting to see coaches and players just after a loss. And I understand. You're giving it your all. You're doing everything you possibly can. In football, I respect it a lot more. Baseball, you got a $162. It's game 37, and you're talking about why you lost to the Astros. Let's come back tomorrow, champ.
Yeah.
You got an opportunity.
To that point, I know some on our station even were talking about how Coach Christie was so distraught after the Hawks loss, but then last night he was more even-keeled, frustrated, as he said, but he didn't lose his composure. He talked about the process. And I think part of the potential problem with what he did before was when he got so angry a couple weeks ago, it's understandable. But then when you do that, if things get worse, you can't play that card again, Jay? And he probably realized, maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. But it was interesting to hear him talking about last night as part of a process. And I think that's all we can do with that as fans. And I know a loss like that, I never understood when we all say it. A coach said it's unacceptable. That was unacceptable. What does that mean?
Right.
Is everyone fired? You're not going to accept it? At some point you have to try to accept it and move on.
It's coach speak.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. All right. Okay, so they're gone, right? If that's unacceptable, they're gone.
Right. What's the ramifications of it being unacceptable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's that's what you get. It's kind of like going through the motions. And that's what I take up from it. Not Coach Christie, but when I see coaches and players, and they're speaking at the podium or, like I said, in front of their locker, or anything post-game after a devastating loss, and a lot of times in the win. Media ask a lot of same questions.
Yeah.
So it gives opportunity for the player, coaches, front office, whoever's answering the questions to kind of be repetitive. And so we got to do a better job as media asking better questions. But I always find it very interesting where the player after a loss is just more or less they're going through the motions. And are you that distraught that you lost on a Tuesday night to Utah Jazz? Are you that distraught that you lost to, the Houston Texans on the Thursday? Or is it that's kind of the norm you have to do?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people are fugazi or not real. I just find it interesting in basketball and baseball a little more where you see that a little more often.
I'm reminded of last year, the Jaden Ivey foul game that ultimately resulted in Coach Brown getting fired. And after that game, I believe it was after that game, De'Aaron Fox was asked about it, and he basically was saying, I know everyone wants me to be upset, but what's the point?
Right.
And Kevin Herter, I remember, said that at least one game. And, a lot of fans around here were not having that.
Right.
Because, I'm miserable as a fan. You've got to be miserable.
I feel what I feel.
I think in some ways they probably, the way Kevin Herter and De'Aaron Fox talked about it, it's probably very healthy mentally to have that approach. But as fans, you're like, no way. I can't sleep, so it's your fault. You better not be able to sleep,
Yeah.
We don't want players to be okay with losing.
Yeah, but I think you can go about it with critiquing yourself, saying, going through the motions. I got to be better.
Yeah.
I got to not make as many mental mistakes. Whatever they're saying. There's also there's so many go-tos at a press conference and or a post-game interview to where, it just becomes robotic. But there is something to be said of tomorrow, right? Like if you are blessed to see tomorrow, you have an opportunity to change the outcome. And so it just gets me that every single night, like, pay attention tonight, Whitey, and tomorrow if you have time, and the next day, football's coming around and college football, and just look at some of the press conferences, and it's like, oh, you ain't even 20 games in the NBA yet. College basketball just started. You got 5 games you've probably played. And you take an L and you hear Rick Pitino and he's talking about, oh, yeah, my freshman, man, like it's over with. And that's what you're saying is, well, if it's unacceptable, these are guys who are going to be here for at least the rest of the year. What are you going to do?
Right.
I don't know.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. When we come back, we'll get into this whole point guard thing. Remember the Kings said, well, we never had a true point guard. So what'd they do about that? How's that working out? Also, top of the hour, Jerry Reynolds going to join us. Stick around, Sactown Sports.
Sacramento, the stages are heating up, and Sactown Sports has your tickets to the biggest live shows coming your way. Kick things off with hometown favorite Tyler Rich, bringing that California country sound to Ace of Spades on November 22nd. Then crank it up with Spike and the Gimme Gimmes, the punk rock supergroup that knows how to throw a party, November 29th, also at Ace of Spades. Need a laugh? Don't miss comedy legend Mike Epps, live December 5th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. He's guaranteed to have you rolling. And keep the music going with rising country star Larry Fleet, December 6th at Ace of Spades. Smooth vocals, killer songs, and all the good vibes. Then mark your calendar for Brooks and Dunn, April 25th, 2026 at the Nugget Casino Resort in Reno. It's going to be neon lights, boots, and big hits. Catch all the action on the Sactown Sports live events calendar at SactownSports.com and keep your weekend's game time ready.
This Black Friday is the best time to get the Toyota you've been wanting, but these deals will disappear soon. Right now, get low 1.99% financing plus $1,000 finance cash on the 2025 Tacoma. Or score a low-cost lease on Tacoma Double Cab. Or get low 0.99% financing plus up to $1,000 finance cash on the 2025 Tundra. Black Friday is almost over, so visit your Toyota dealership before these deals are gone. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Ends 12/1/25.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's finally Friday. Out the door to mostly sunny skies. The afternoon temperatures will warm into the lower 60s. We'll have light winds around Sacramento, but some stronger winds across the northern Sacramento Valley. Getting into the overnight tonight, we expect clear skies, some patchy fog first thing Saturday morning. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Winning 1K is easy. Just turn the key for a G. Take a test drive at any dealership at the Roseville Auto Mall to be entered to win. The Roseville Auto Mall is giving away $1,000 every day through December 19th. Turn the key, take the drive, and win a G. Only at the Roseville Auto Mall.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back.
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
Hello, I'm Frank Cock with Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. The stock market is pulling back this week as concerns rise that the Federal Reserve may be boxed in by its dual mandate. Many analysts say valuations across major indexes have stretched too far, and that enthusiasm around artificial intelligence may be due for a reset as investors recalibrate long-term expectations. Fresh economic data shows the jobs market cooling while new tariffs are already flowing through to consumers at higher prices. That raises the risk that financially stressed households could scale back spending, a scenario that brings the word stagflation back into the market conversations. And since stock valuations depend heavily on expectations for revenue and profit growth, that possibility has cast a meaningful shadow over equities. Still, history shows that market dips often attract risk-tolerant buyers. Since April's lows, declines of this size in major indexes have repeatedly triggered buy-the-dip behavior. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
So, how are your Sacramento Kings dealing with that devastating defeat last night? Here's a clue. Tristy Rodriguez posting this. Neat Clifford on his social media posted some lyrics from Rod Wave's Moving On. And I'm going to read them, but I'm going to read them as Mike Rowe might read them. Hi, this is Mike Rowe. I'll tell you what I told my mother. It's not a typo. I ain't mean to sound ungrateful when I complain about the madness. God give his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. Anyway, that's what Neat Clifford posted. What does that mean, Jay?
I don't know.
You're not a big Rod Wave guy?
Nah, I'm not a Rod Wave guy. He's too emotional for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's just saying, look, only the toughest can handle the toughest, and I'm going to handle this right now.
Come on, Neat.
Yeah. I just hope he gets to play more going forward. I'm Mike Rowe. I hope Neat Clifford gets to play more. My mother said that must be a typo. I said it's not. My mother said Neat Clifford only played 19 minutes? That must be a typo.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I told her it's not.
You looking for what, 25? Upwards of 25 from Neek?
Yeah. 19's not terrible. He did get to play a lot because, a lot
it was brisket,
more than he had been
brisket.
playing.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
Yeah, but I would like to see more from the young players. And I know I'm not the first one to say that, but Maxime Reynaud played well last night. Can't wait to see what Jerry Reynolds thought of the night that Maxime Reynaud
You must know a little something, the way you smile and you're grinning.
Not really.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
Not really.
Okay, just triple checking.
I talked to Mr. Reynolds yesterday before the game, so I can only imagine what he thought of that last night.
Yeah. This is the times you would love to get the legend via Sirius and XM, if you get my hint.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting the raw version.
Yeah.
Because he's giving you the PG-13 version here. But I would love to have a coffee. I don't drink coffee. I'd love to sit down and have a tea, or maybe, accompany him while he does his afternoon walk to get a good understanding of. And
we can do that because me and Phantom and Jerry have been known to do that. The two of them just did
to walk.
No, just go get coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, come on, man.
It's great.
My phone works now.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
My phone, if you dial it,
there's another one that's in the planning stage, is my understanding. Yes.
Okay. Well, listen, man. 'Tis the season.
Okay. Yes.
Give me a call here.
Okay.
Fella.
All right.
Someone Kimberly, excuse me. We've had a lot of losing years. 1,000% right. Why does this season feel so different? It feels worse than ever. It is because we thought we were getting there after all of this time. I guess reaching success. With the Beam Team season, and in the blink of an eye, it's 108.
Yeah, because it feels like that rug was whoosh.
Yeah.
You comfy? You having fun? Isn't this stuff great? Whoosh. Whoops, there it went. Plus, this team, as we said, there just doesn't seem to be the connection that there typically is between fans and the players. Manny Too Legit with this question in the YouTube chat. Whitey and JJ, do you think any of the vets will be traded before the year ends?
Yes.
I'm assuming he means calendar year, but I don't know.
Calendar year.
Yeah.
Oh,
could be wrong.
Okay. 2026.
Mm-hmm.
When we
I would guess yes.
I'm gonna say yes.
Because I know some free agents, and it depends who exactly we're talking about. December 15th is when they could be traded. I would think, if anything, last night and the recent games would just encourage the Kings to, all right, we know definitely what direction we need to head in. And I would also assume that some of these talks have already begun, not just between the Kings and other teams. I know Sam Amick talked about that a couple days ago. Some of these chats teams are already like, hey, what's up? How are you?
Yeah. Manny doubled down, said, yeah, when 2025 ends.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes, because just what you said. The people in the know have said there's a little bit of rumblings, and I think Sam said this yesterday on the morning show, Jay Ross with Chris Verlaad featuring
Carmichael
Davis.
Yeah.
That
Baron Davis's brother.
Yeah. From another mother, right?
Yeah.
That teams, the trade talk is starting to percolate throughout the NBA, throughout the league.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. I like to say, 20, 25 games. We're about 10 games away, depending on who your squad is, where some teams like the Clippers be very interested to see what Orlando does. I think they're still probably foot to the gas, probably all in. But there are some teams that look to be making a move, no matter if it's tanking or if it's rebuilding or if it's going for a championship, right? Like, I've heard a bunch of people in the NBA and some of these podcasts and people in the know, here we go, talk about Denver with Christian Brown being gone. Can you refill his spot? Should he be? He hadn't been playing very well anyway leading up to his injury that he sustained. Could you be looking for a Malik Monk? So who knows?
Dennis Schroeder. Wouldn't that be the most Kings thing ever? They trade Valanciunas to sign Schroeder. Then they trade Schroeder
back to Denver for JV.
Valanciunas.
Reverse. A game of Uno.
Yeah. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. It's time for, guess what? It's time for Check It.
Mike check.
With TC. Oh, what's he have to say today? How are you, TC?
Hey, Whitey, what's up, man? Drapes, I know you listening, man. Mike check, listen. So I was talking to Jay before I got on. Kings fans, now does everybody see what I'm talking about? It's benching these veterans. Everybody thought I was crazy when I called in. They talking about roster politics. The league wouldn't be fond of it. Well, the hell with the league. This is what the Sacramento Kings are doing. Doug, bench these guys. They don't want to be here. Now everybody knows these guys don't want to be here. So let's back up. Zach LaVine want to talk about he need to be playing the fourth quarter. Well, how many times have we told you to shoot the ball, big dog? You talking about you a scorer. No, you just a laid-back guy that wants to go back to Chicago. Did you see how he was gushing over Chicago when we played him? You thought we didn't see that, bro? Ship him out of here, right? DeMar, where you want to go? I'm finna ship you out of here. Domas, you next, so we can move forward. Scott Perry, I'm talking to you, big dog. My name is on the line. I'm just a nobody, but my name is on the line because I was one of the biggest guys backing you up when everybody had doubts about you. I said, Scott Perry is cooking, let him cook. But if you clicking all this just to get rid of Doug Christie and set him up, screw you, bro. You can get out of here, too. As far as Levesque selling the team, we all want him to sell a team. But Kings fans, take 2 steps back. If he sell a team, how sick will we be if he sold the team to a person that was saying, hey, we're relocating.
Yeah.
I bought the team to relocate him. We're out of Sacramento. How sick will we be, Kings fans?
Sick.
You got to remember that, bro. That's all I got, man. Y'all have a good weekend, though, bro.
You too, TC. Thank you. Get rid of him. Jay, just get rid of him.
TC, would you say ship? Oh, I needed that for a drop.
Sit him down and get rid of him.
Ship him.
Uh-huh.
Man.
Not that easy to do.
Nah, it's not. But I feel the passion. I feel the emotion. I feel the, the want to.
Especially if you're to whichever of them. We don't like the way you're playing. You don't want to be here. Sit down. We're going to trade you.
Yeah.
And then, a few weeks go by and no one wants to trade for him. Then, anyway.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. You know what? What the heck? We need you to play a little bit. No one wants.
That's why. But you know what though? That's why you have to do. And I believe it's happening. I'm hoping it's happening. According to Sam Amick, there's been some conversations. Not so much as on the Kings side, but there's been some whispers that there are some teams that would be interested in a Domantas Sabonis, a Malik Monk, right?
Right.
And so with that being said, I would imagine, if I'm using common sense, that the Kings have been one of those teams that have percolated or cultivated those conversations. With that being said, I think if you're working on the framework as of it right now, when December 15 comes around, as we keep targeting that date, or when January 15 comes around, and those are the dates as the Kings are looking for a player or team to make a move with, do it. Now, how you get to December 15th, which is a little less than a month, January 15th, almost 2, is the question. But I love it. Hey, all TC, one thing about TC, and I got to give him his love about this, no matter how he relays his message,
to every station in Northern California.
Let him do his thing.
Yeah.
He, as he said, he cooking.
Yeah.
He's all in.
Yep.
He's a fan. And he speaks for some fans in the form of how they see this moving and operating and how, the current status. And he's, in certain forms, I hear what he's saying. He speaks from, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know it's not that easy, too.
You can feel emotion as a fan, but when you're making decisions that affect the future of your team, you can't make them from an emotional spot.
Very true.
Or else you're asking for trouble. Nobody knows that better than our next guest. The one and only Jerry Reynolds joins us next, so don't go away.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now for the last 2 years, I've been sharing the great experience I've had being a customer of Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the sales department to the service department, they're top notch. And now is the perfect time for you to have the MB of Stockton experience. The Mercedes-Benz holiday celebration is on, and that means you can get super low rates on new and certified pre-owned models. Plus, they'll throw in 3 years of prepaid maintenance on select models. They make it easy and affordable for you to drive away in the car of your dreams. And if you have a trade-in, well, they're looking for all vehicles to purchase. Any makes, any models, just holler at my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is the gift that keeps on giving. So take the short drive down I-5 and visit my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And while you're there, tell them Drape sent you.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Sactown Sports 49ers Report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. 49ers get back on the winning track with a 41-22 win over Arizona. Brock Purdy started his first game since September 28th and threw for 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey had 2 rushing TDs and a receiving score. 49ers are back in action home on Monday night versus Carolina. You can catch the game right here on Sactown Sports 1140 beginning at 4 o'clock.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
I think our next guest must be ready because Jay just got off the phone and he had a big smile on his face. Am I right?
You're 100% right.
Is this song for him?
This song's for him.
All right.
Oh, man, what you mean?
All-time Kings icon, the one and only Jerry Reynolds. How are you today, Coach?
Well, I've been better. You know, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I'm a basketball fan, and I'm a Kings fan. So this is not one of my finer moments, to be honest with you.
I gotcha, and I hate to rub salt in the wound, but the Kings were playing so poorly last night that I started looking up what's their worst defeat, and they lost by 52 to the Warriors one day. And what stands out to me about that, Coach, I think I have this right. You guys lost to the Warriors by 52 the day after the Mitch Richmond trade. Is that right?
That is right. Mitch didn't play.
Right. Yeah.
And so things were kind of in a disarray, as it were.
Yeah.
And I remember, Mitch. Anyway, he didn't play, and I know Coach Mata was not very happy about it at that time, and Mitch wasn't very happy. So a lot of unhappiness.
Sounds familiar, legend.
Yeah. Things, Mitch never did really warm to Coach Mata and his defense and offense, in particular. But but I always remember Mitch finally, after about 5 games or so, he just said, "Hell with it! I'm going to shoot whenever I want to," and I didn't argue with him, and it started really working out. To be truthful, the offense got better immediately.
Yeah. To me, Coach, last night was the first time I've really noticed this year. I thought the offense, speaking of the offense, started to splinter a little bit, and people just started playing more for their own, and it seemed like whatever they're doing structurally, offensively, broke down the most last night?
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think we've all known that the defense was a major problem and very disappointing, I think, all year, really. But I think this is one of the first times I just felt like the offense was equally as bad. Because, like I say, did seem like that a lot of guys were kind of playing their own game, I got to get mine type things, and sometimes it's sadly it's easy to see sometimes.
Legend, it's you've unfortunately, and I don't mean to bring this up, but you've been around to see bad basketball, here in Sacramento. And as you talked about, there's been some better times as well. It's not always negative. With that being said, because you are an icon, you are a legend, you are someone that's seen different iterations of the Kings basketball, where are you putting this as of right now, even when we're only, 16 games in?
Well, honestly, it reminds me, sadly, and I'm not happy about saying it, but it reminds me a lot of the end of the Eddie Jordan era, where the team, I think, lost, 19 of its last 20, and I think in 97, 98, before actually the Kings turnaround. It was just a low point. Fans had given up on the team. I mean, Mitch got hurt late is one of the reasons the team just collapsed, and some other injuries, but it did collapse. And so it was clear that there was no reason to believe it was going to work going forward.
Yeah. I appreciate Jerry. I talked to Jerry a couple days ago, and he helped me with a piece I wrote for the website that a number of people apparently have actually read, which we appreciate. I was asking you, Jerry, as you know, about following that period when Coach Jordan was let go, and then the rebuild happened almost instantly, but you don't see a lot of similarities between where the Kings were there and where you had a hand in this. You're able to turn things around quickly, and where they are right now.
No, it's very different. I mean, and it was one of those rebuilds that happened basically immediately.
Yes.
And there's a lot of reasons for that, as we talked about, but because we're able to obviously have the lottery pick due to the bad record, and that became Jason Williams. But we'd had a lottery pick the year before, later one, Peja Stojakovic, who stayed in Europe. So that turnaround, we had 2 really good rookies ready to play, which is unusual, and both lottery picks and both good, which we as fans we know that doesn't always happen.
Right.
And then the other part was had cap room. We'd lost Brian Grant, who was a very good player, but he'd signed an offer sheet with Portland for really a lot more money than I know Jeff Petrie and the Kings organization at that time felt that he was worth. And I agree with that. I mean, and Portland did the right thing. They overpaid. You have to overpay to get somebody else's restricted free agent for sure.
Yeah.
But the point being, it opened up cap room. And that cap room later became the free agent signing of Vlade Divac. So now you had 2 rookies, you had a free agent, and then maybe the most important part was we had an asset that was very valuable that a lot of teams wanted, and that was Mitch Richmond, and so he was traded as part of a deal to get Chris Webber. So now all of a sudden your team looks very different, and you've got some top guys, and then maybe equally important, the Kings had acquired 3, in effect, free agents that all helped. Scott Pollard, Vernon Maxwell and John Barry. And so your roster just simply got turned over.
That's a pretty good off-season right there, Jerry.
Well, yeah, and the other part, which makes it unique, was the off-season was much longer because there was a strike, a holdout, and so it gave you a little more time to do some things. And then there was a coaching search, which ended up a pretty good coach came in named Rick Adelman, and so that was good.
It's that easy. It's that easy.
Yeah, that easy. So, but it really was a case where everything just fell in place. Some of it due to, Jeff Petrie, of course, is one of the very best, and I know from being involved with him step by step, I know all the thinking that was involved, and there's just absolutely one of the best to do it. But it's also true that the owner was Jim Thomas. Really, for the first time, was really willing to spend big money on a free agent. Of course, I've told Jim the reason he was because he knew he had agreed to sell the team the next year and he wouldn't have to pay it. And so you had that part of it going, and then the kind of the lucky part, I still say, was Vlade. Basically, as a free agent, he wanted to go to Phoenix, and they chose to take Luke Longley.
Wow.
And if we had not got Vlade, I think the second choice was Isaac Austin or somebody like that, and I guarantee you it wouldn't have worked near as well.
Probably not.
Not even close.
So you have to have, but it did happen that way.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Now, I think in general, when you go through a rebuild, it's a several-year process because you don't have those kind of things available. But the thing I've argued kind of with a lot of my Kings Herald people is that you can't do it through the draft. It takes too long. You'll be the Sam Hinkie trust the process till you're 80.
Yeah.
But so it has to. The draft is a big part of it, but so are trades and free agents, and I think Oklahoma City is the perfect example. Yes, they've drafted well, but they've traded well. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, free agents, Hartenstein, and a trade Caruso.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to do all of it, then you're probably looking at a Washington rebuild, which is currently in its 10th year, I think.
Are you talking about the team or the politics?
Well, the politics would be in about 150 150-year rebuild with 150 more to go if we're lucky.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah.
Legend, stay right there for me, because something that I've said a little earlier in the show, I was telling Whitey, is the fans, and totally understand and totally get it, and I know you would, or you get it as well, be playing in so many different positions as you have for the Kings. When you hear tank versus rebuild versus just tear it down to the studs, one of the things I told Whitey is if you make the moves now compared to 2 years down the road, I think you're going to have to take pennies on the dollar, albeit it could be 50%, 25%. How is one, being a general manager in the front office, how do you kind of go about making moves knowing that you're going to get pennies to the dollar and be okay with it?
Well, I don't know if you're ever okay with it, but I think you have to come to realization that, you've made a bad investment. So, if you buy something for $500 and it's clear it's not worth $500, don't expect $500 back. You're going to have to eat it to some degree. But, I think, what is you're probably not going to get what the value you put out to get it, okay?
Right.
So now I think the thing I think you have to be really concerned about is, yes, you might have to take back contracts or players you don't want, but it has to be less contracts and shorter.
Yeah.
So you can move them down the road or whatever, and of course what you're really looking for are picks. So if you're going to redo your team, you really need need draft picks, whether to use as draft picks or trade or use as part of trades. But yeah, I think you have to go into it knowing that what you thought this player was worth when you got him, that's the league doesn't see it that way anymore. And so you're going to have to kind of like trying to. You can have your house on the market and you think it's worth $500,000, but if nobody offers you more than $400,000, that's what it's worth.
Right. One of my fears, Coach, would be if you had Joe Blow and you don't really want him, and somebody else wants him, but they say, "Well, we don't want him that much. We'll take him, but only if you attach, Keon or something." Then you're really hurting yourself, right? If you have to attach assets to players to get other teams to take them, you're not really accomplishing anything.
Exactly. Well, I think that's a great point, is that I think you wanted to right away identify what in your mind are your assets going forward.
Yeah.
And, and certainly I would say, just me personally looking at this team, I'd say, well, Keon Ellis, Nick Clifford, and Renault would be guys that I would say I really don't want to.
Yeah.
I would like to keep those guys. Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody says, we'll give you Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for Keegan Murray and Keon Ellis, I'd say, you're on your way, fellas. You're always looking for ways. Everybody should be considered. You should consider trading anybody when you're going to redo your team. But I think in general, those guys are more valuable to you than the league. And they're young, so there'd be no reason. So. But everybody else is, they're on the lot, and you're trying to find out what's out there, and it is, and you need to start thinking that way immediately. December 15th is probably about the soonest anything could happen, and you might be able to get as good a deal then as you would get later. Yeah. That's something you'll just have to decide. But yeah, it's going to be, if that's what they decide. This is a really a tough go for the front office, ownership, and coach. I don't honestly. I don't know hardly. I don't see a quick fix at all.
Yeah, joined by the legendary Jerry Reynolds. Take me into the GM mind, Coach, knowing you just said December 15th. How does one cultivate a conversation throughout the league right now, knowing that you're going to make a move or two? How does it come about? I'm just interested in that. Like, are you picking up the phone and calling a friend and putting it out there throughout the NBA circles? Are you calling each team and saying, just gauging the interest for a couple of weeks? How does it come about?
Has some of it already started, perhaps?
Yeah. Well, I would think there's probably should be some of it already started, but I don't know. But once you have, as an organization, decided we need to redo this team, then I don't think there's any reason you need to act like it's a secret. I'd call 29 other teams and let them know, look, you guys, unless you're living on Mars, you've seen our record and our performance here. And we're going to, so if there's this, we're in the business of moving some people, so if there's somebody who would fit what you're looking for, we can talk. And that's, to me, the sooner you get moving on it, doesn't mean anything's going to happen. But you're in the you're a seller.
Yeah. Jerry, is it a concern? Perhaps it's not. I don't mean to ask a leading question, but when you have apparently some veterans that aren't especially happy, which is human nature, understandable. You've got these young players. Do you have to worry that if this lingers where you still have veterans on the team that are not happy, can that create an environment that's not ideal for developing some of your young players? Can it get in the way of the development of the young players?
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the things that, to me, once you've decided this, then you want to immediately move to where whatever you think your young players that have value going forward, make sure they are going to be part of it and get minutes, important minutes, not 6 minutes at the end of the fourth quarter, that sort of thing, but make sure they're getting valuable minutes, and which means the veterans, they're not going to like it, but you're going to play less.
Yeah.
You're going to play less. And if you don't play well, you'll play a lot less.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. I mean, it's not Little League. Everybody don't get to play 3 innings, so.
You might hurt some feelings, Coach.
There is a chance of that. There's a chance that some feelings will be hurt, and people won't want to hug you after the games and stuff like that. There's that chance.
Coach, have you ever had the and again, as Whitey said, leading question. If you don't want to answer, just do what Jerry does, right? Have you ever had a situation where a player, you had to go to that player and just say, you know what, we don't believe that you are giving us your best effort. We're going to go ahead and allow you just to sit down, and we're not going to put it out there in the atmosphere, for the media or news or anything else. But right now, you just need to sit down.
Yeah, actually, I have.
Okay.
One comes to mind, and rest in peace, Derek Smith. Years ago, I was coaching, and he was the highest paid player, and so I was under a lot of pressure to play him. But I had 2 young players that were better. Ricky Berry, for sure, a lot better, and Harold Presley was better. And, and I finally credited Greg Lugabell. I said, there's no reason for me to play this guy. He's not, I realize he's a highest paid guy, but, these guys are better, and they're better teammates, and it fits better, that sort of thing. And so I said to him, and later on, I think we finally even waived him. He's agreed to a kind of a buyout which was a pretty good one for us. But anyway, so it was a very unpleasant circumstance, let's put it that way.
He had torn up his knee, right, Jerry, where he was never the same as he had.
Yeah, he was, all this wasn't on him. The team was to blame for the trade, truthfully. Should never have made the trade because he was damaged goods when he came and was never the player that he was supposed to be. And like any player, and certainly a veteran, it was hard for him to accept that. Basically it's like, well, I'm your highest paid player, so you have to play me, and it's like, well, I might have to for a while, but I shouldn't be. It's kind of like the old Keith Smart statement. I always remember him talking about Thomas Robinson. Robinson was bitching about playing time. He said, I was the 5th pick in the draft. I should be playing more. He said, well, if you weren't the 5th pick in the draft, I wouldn't play you at all.
Did you have your?
I do.
Okay, here we go.
I do. Speaking of injuries, growing up, this was one of the people that I was told, and I was always, you always heard that this guy was absolutely phenomenal, and that's Bernard King. Bernard King was extra phenomenal, and he had the knee injury 85, 86, I believe. But I was watching All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Captain Jack and George Gervin, the Iceman, who had the opportunity to talk to the Kings a couple of days ago. They asked him his top 5 scorers all time. I'm not going to ask you that, Jerry, but he mentioned Kevin Durant himself, Bernard King, David Thompson, who we talked about, and Kareem. With that being said, take me into the mind of who Bernard King was, because I've seen everything about him. I know he finished MVP once in 84. I know he's a heck of a scorer. He's a Hall of Famer, 4-time All-NBA guy. Everybody tells me this dude was legit, like Michael Jordan legit. Was he?
He was in that territory. I mean, he was in the. I wouldn't put him with Jordan or Kobe, but because he wasn't as good defensively, and really wasn't as good with the ball. But boy, with a live dribble and scoring range, he was just as unguardable. I'll tell you that. He was so quick off his feet and used the glass. And even after the knee surgery, which he was never the same, but he was still unguardable. I mean, he's still unguardable. Yeah, really. I think with that, it certainly wasn't quite the player after the injuries, but I mean, which probably cost him a legacy of being a top 30 guy in history all time. I think that.
Wow.
Because he was, he was amazing. A little bit, he had that special quickness off his feet, like a David Thompson. He's bigger and a better shooter and things. But he Yeah, he's a real deal. Yeah, I mean, of course, George. I mean, there's not many better than George Gervin either. That's another story. I worked a basketball camp with George Gervin, by the way. And,
really?
Yeah, really good guy. What a good guy, and delightful. He just loved to talk basketball. He was for a true superstar, about as easy to be around as anybody you ever were around. One of those guys you go have a beer with, and he didn't feel necessary to tell you how great he was, but clearly he was.
Yeah, I got to tell you this, Jay, about Jerry. Jerry he's done a lot. He just doesn't like to show everybody everything he's done. But I was picking him up to do our podcast one time.
Okay.
And so I was just waiting for him in his entryway, and he has this big, I don't know what you call it, shelving of all this stuff, memorabilia, books, scrapbooks. And he told me, he said, yeah, my wife put all that together. So he's getting ready, and I'm just looking at it. I didn't go peeking through any drawers or anything. I'm just looking, and there's like this picture of Jerry and Julius Erving. I'm like, what is this? And he goes, yeah, we did camp together.
That's my guy.
He's got tons of stuff like that. And
connected, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc was great too. He was. It was. I've lived all 81 of them. I'll tell you that.
And excuse me, thank you from somebody from the 916. It was Alex English, not David Thompson. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was George
right.
Yeah, Gervin put Alex English.
Same team, Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
Well, Alex belongs in that. We talked about him last
week.
I mean, Alex wasn't quite the athlete that Bernard was, but there were a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But just the extra athleticism that Bernard had, I thought put him, right at. I mean, he was kind of like a smaller version in a way of Durant. I think he was probably harder to guard, really.
Wow.
I mean, but that it's hard to gauge those things, and so there's that. But yeah, some of those. I know a lot of people that probably are under 30 don't realize that there are some guys that play pretty good, and they'd still be able to play pretty good today.
Wait, you mean they had an NBA before Michael Jordan?
They did.
Really?
They did.
Not the ABA. We're talking about the NBA.
Hey, I'm getting like Mike Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser. Hey, there was actually things that happened before the 20-somethings started watching sports.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you for your time,
Well,
especially late on a
I
Friday.
appreciate you guys, and I'd like to tell you better days ahead, and I think I can say that because I can't imagine it getting much worse. I really can't. So just praying for Coach Christie and hope this franchise starts making some good decisions. They're due.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Jerry. We'll
See you
talk to you
guys.
soon. Yeah,
Bye.
we appreciate it very much. We'll come right back with a Kings fan survival guide next on Sactown Sports.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
I got to tell you about this HVAC system we got from Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. It's variable speed. We had the same heater for many, many years since we had moved in. It's like, it was the heater. It's fine. Eventually it broke down. So we got a new HVAC system from Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We got a variable speed one, and it's so cool. Or hot, depending on what you need it to be, or warm. And sometimes you hear the motor, sometimes it's barely going. It's incredible. It's a tremendous unit, and it saves us money, and they can take care of you, too. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, leesair.com. How's your heater, your HVAC looking for the winter? With winter bearing down on us, they got some great specials, leesair.com, to help you make sure that your furnace is fully functional. And at Lee's, 100% Satisfaction guarantee, 4.8 stars on Google. They've won awards for their service. Spend more than 40 years serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. Find out more at leesair.com. They spend more than 40 years serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. As I said, you can trust them with installation, repair of your AC furnace and water heater. Here's what you do. You let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me and my family, treating us like their family, set us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life and is saving us money, has improved the air that we breathe, and is keeping us toasty warm. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Get more value for your money with the new owners at Elk Grove Chevrolet. Right now, supplier pricing is available to everyone, making it easier than ever to drive home in your dream car. Check out the amazing Black Friday specials online, like $5,000 off on the 2025 Colorado. Choose from a wide selection of new and used Chevrolets, plus flexible financing and expert maintenance. Visit them today and experience the difference. MyElkGroveChevrolet.com, where savings and service come standard.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Listen to the 49ers Red Zone Report daily, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Here he comes now, the big hand.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Ten Below. Friends call me Snow Miser.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Is this technically Christmas music?
It is.
You're playing Christmas music. I thought you were out
on
pre-Thanksgiving Christmas music.
I'm giving you one because I'm off next week, so I'm gonna miss you, of course.
Okay.
My guy won't be. I won't be here next week on vacation, and so I figured next week there may be one or two or somebody I don't know who's all filling in for me next week, but somebody will probably play one.
It takes like 7 or 8 people to fill in for you.
Sometime.
Yeah.
I figured I'd give you one on the go out.
Okay.
To lead up to the week after Christmas.
Gotta be honest,
when I bounce back.
Not a very good one. I mean, I appreciate it.
For Thanksgiving.
Not a very
You
good
don't like
one.
Heat Miser?
No.
Oh, man. All right.
It doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, does it?
Yes, the Heat Miser.
What does the Heat Miser have to do with Christmas?
Man, he was. Never mind, Whitey. I can't even explain it.
All right. Well, I appreciate the sentiment anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you're a Kings fan, you don't really need much help, do you, getting through this? Because you've probably been through a lot as a fan. That said, I was thinking about this last night, this morning. Maybe I'm just trying to think how I can get myself through this. But, Jay, with your help, maybe we could put together a little bit of a Kings fan survival guide. You know, how do you get through this nights like last night? And the main thing I would say, you know, we're having fun here, but I would say seriously, if it's really starting to bother you, you just need to, you know, withdraw, right? You know, if you're really getting upset, go watch something else or do something else. You know, if you're watching the game and you're really getting aggravated. But other than that, I mean, I mentioned this earlier. I really think that Kings fans can look to, and she was in here a few weeks ago, Sign Lady. Sign Lady and Nico.
Yeah.
Sign Lady's been a fan, as far as I know, since they got here. I could be wrong, but I know it's been years and years and years. And she, through thick and a lot of thin, is always positive.
Barb.
You know?
Yep.
Yes, Barb is, she finds ways. Like, she doesn't, if I was doing those signs, sometimes I'd put something pretty snarky on there. She doesn't play that way. And it's great. I mean, I wish they would show her on TV a little more. Like they never do, but that's not up to me.
Yeah.
Wish they would do that. But there's a lesson in that positivity. And look, as we know, it's documented. She's been through some trials and tribulations health-wise, and she's gotten through it, sailed through it and I think that positive attitude has a lot to do with that. So I would just say, and part of this is I'm just reminding myself, just keep her in mind. And as far as that goes, Jay, embrace the young players. Embrace the lottery. If you start thinking, oh, they're losing, oh, my goodness. Well, what does that mean? Maybe they get a good draft pick. All right, well, where are they? Let me check Tankathon. Where would they be if the lottery was today? What if they get a good pick? Who are they going to pick? Just try to find the bright side of it and look where this whole thing could end up if it comes together well. Right now, these are bleak times. We're not even in the dead of winter yet. A game like last night, that can be rough on you. But, Jay, we can pull together here and we can find some things here. If you look, it's like Old Yeller. The kid puts down. You ever seen Old Yeller?
I have, sir.
Yeah. Well, son.
Wait, I thought we're being positive. Not
we are.
Okay, all right.
Son, I think something like that happens. Fess Parker. I think you just, you're better off forgetting it. Paul, how you going to forget a thing like that? Paul, they lost 137-96. Paul, how you going to forget a thing like that? Well, I guess I don't mean forget it so much, son, as I mean just if you lose something, look for something to take its place. And you know what? Usually if you're patient, something will come along. And then what do you know? He finds little Yeller or young Yeller, whatever. So we've lost a lot here as Kings fans. The hope of the Beam team. It's not going to happen. But be patient. And I know we've learned as Kings fans, having a lot of faith in whoever's making the decisions. Risky business, Jay, right? Let's be honest. Risky business.
Say the least.
Hasn't always paid off, I know. But that's where we are. And look forward to a trade or two.
Or three.
Yeah. And who are they going to bring in? What are they going to bring in? I don't know. And as Jerry told us, it's going to be hard to get something really good for some of these players, but that's okay. At some point, maybe by the time the weather turns, Mr. Heat Miser, maybe we got just a clearer idea. All right, I can see what we're doing here.
Well, wait, hold on real fast because Heat Miser stole Christmas.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Like he was, Santa was gone. He stole Christmas. They were going to act like it was no Christmas.
Okay.
Have you not seen the Heat Miser?
I am aware of it. I don't know that I've seen the whole thing.
It's a Christmas.
Isn't there a Snow Miser in that too?
Yes, he is. That's the Heat Miser, Snow Miser, same person.
Right.
I just call him Heat Miser, but Snow Miser.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you that this week.
Okay.
And we're going to have a conversation about that in a week and a half or so.
All right.
Because come on, man, it's a Christmas
yeah.
staple.
I think that's one of those animated ones, and I got Rudolph, and I got Santa Claus is coming to town, and then the Snow Miser, whatever it's called. It's down my personal list on my Christmas animated special power rankings.
We might have to have it. Kevin 7.
Yeah. Charlie Brown's up there for sure.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
That's a good one. Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday.
It's all right. He ain't low vanilla. Yeah.
Overrated. Yeah. But anyway, just hang in there and try to gut it out and don't look at too closely. Like a box score, you don't want to look at that.
No.
Every loss is a ping pong ball. Every loss is like, well, you know what? It could increase their chances of doing something good.
Trying to get to the 14%, Whitey. Maximizing the 14%.
Right.
Of the lottery.
It is kind of fun. Not what we would choose, but when you're watching Domantas or Boozer and they're on TV and you're like, what's this? A sports bar or something. Oh, hey. I keep an eye on this guy. Maybe the Kings end up with him. So that can be kind of fun, and that's all we got. And I know you know this already. I'm just trying to remind you as I remind myself. Kings fan survival guide, Jay.
Yeah,
we can
I love
do this.
I love it. I like where you're going. You basically gave me the canteen, the Swiss Army knife, a lighter, a little rope,
right,
a little tweel,
and sign lady.
Yeah, and sign lady. You
Yeah.
gave it all to me. I'm appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as we head into another few games on the road, you got Denver, Minnesota, and you know, Drapes is out in Denver. He's talking about it's 40 degrees, and I felt like we played Denver 12 times now, like 3 different series.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep hope, right? You got to be a little positive and find nuggets to stay positive.
Gracie approved. Thank you for chiming in here. Watch the Stockton Kings for hope. Maybe start up pickleball. That might be going too far.
That's deep.
I've always been wanting to try pickleball. I haven't done it yet.
We should do it.
Those are some good ideas.
You know what I forgot to ask? I forgot to ask the legend Jerry Reynolds, was I invited for tea?
Oh,
or
yeah.
coffee?
Right. We can set that up.
Come on, man.
Yeah. We can definitely set that up.
I'm going to make sure I send you the Heat Miser this week.
Okay.
You and Kenji, K and Co,
Mm-hmm.
got to take it in, and then we'll gauge it off of Kenji's reactions.
Flows and the energy feels effortless. That place is Revival at the Sawyer, Sacramento's rooftop escape. All November long, show your Sactown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half off beverages. Whether it's golden hour with friends or late night laughter under the city lights, Revival's the place to see and the place to be seen. Revival at the Sawyer, the view, the vibe, the moment. Reserve your table at revivalsacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger.